Germany. And we're like, oh, we'd like to go and watch the match. So we're talking about this 2005 now. Like, oh, let's go watch the match. I had lived in Germany for a while. I was like, well, I'd love to go back to Germany. And we said, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get people to go. We are just going to have fun, football lovers. Then we noticed that when we got a quote from one tour company then, she gave us something ridiculously high. Said, no, this is not possible. But we said, let's see how we can do it ourselves. I guess my point. Then that's how we started to build. Then we noticed that, okay, 2006 will be difficult. Let's focus on 2010 World Cup. But meanwhile, let's see how we can even start see how we can get people to go to South Africa since 2010. That's how the idea of the business came up. And, it wasn't even a business. I was like, let's just even carry people to travel. And that's how it is. We went marketing to different schools. I did a flyer. Like I said, he's beautiful at writing. I'm beautiful at graphics. So we kind of blended well. And then we went to different schools in Nigeria, and eventually we couldn't get much to South Africa enough, but we eventually, during our marketing campaign, some girls in the University of Benidorm, law students, they're writing their final exam, and they said then that, they may not go to South Africa, but they don't mind going to Ghana. So right after the exam, they called and said, Tunde, that remember that idea that we would like to go to Ghana, that 7 girls are ready. When you say, and I said, when you mean ready, what do you mean by ready? Like ready. We have money here. I said, yeah. And I said, what do you mean you have money here? Is it money you go and get next week? They're like, it's here, cash. We gather the money. I'm like, so you mean if I ask you to transfer, now you can transfer? Yes. I just said, hold on a minute. I just called my friend, guy. There are 7 girls here ready to go to Ghana as ASAP. We're like, oh, man, let's do this, And that's it. They will now notice that. So we now did a flyer, maybe for Ghana, quickly see if we can get more people. Eventually, we got like 2 more girls from Benidorm, so that was 9 girls. Then we now said, 9 girls, 2 boys, 2 guys going to a tour, I mean, how do I read the minds of these girls? What if they're uncomfortable or something and they can't tell us? And girls now, before they'll just get angry and just scatter the whole tour or something. So then my then friend / girlfriend or girlfriend kind of said, okay, I just said, look, please, can you come with us? So at least you can be our mediator, liaise with the ladies while you're also on our side. So that's how we went. So it was 10. Yeah, so it was 10 girls, 2 guys, our first tour. So I called it 12 disciples. 10 girls, 2 guys, So we went. So that's how we went. So now think about it. So this is where I knew that I had some skills in me. Think about it. I'd never been to Ghana. I've traveled a lot, but I've never been to Ghana. But I've also not been to Ghana of going on a tour, taking people on a tour. Number 2, they're managing the details. Where we'll go, amount we're going to spend here. That's the cash now. We have given someone a code based on what we estimated. Now, actually handling the whole tour, getting the whole procedure going well, what to expect, what experience we want these girls to have, and them also trusting that we genuinely understand what we are doing.
And also be able to recommend you to other people.
Thank you. It was the first time at the end of the tour, even in the middle of the tour, I looked at the mirror, I'm like, I don't even know myself.
I don't know how much I can do.
I get my point. I looked at the mirror one day. I think I was counting money. I was doing something. I looked at the mirror. I was like, I've never done any of this. I've never started with someone to say, okay, Egbon, like I said, okay, I'm about to go on a tour. What do I do? I was just doing it based on intuition.
Knowing what people expect, trying to solve
what
the
people
problem.
expect, starting from, and like I said, more. This is what I would love to enjoy when I'm on a tour. So maybe because I love to enjoy life, I'm like, if I want to go on a tour, man, I want someone to spoil me. So I start from those basic elements first. I want this, I would like to do this. I was like, okay, how do I provide that experience for myself? Are you feeling me? Then I said, okay, fine. Taking it something, how do I create a balance? So I just so slowly, we did everything we said we go on those tour. We did, except one. We're going on Kako National Park. Because we got there, the amount we have quoted for the place. Mind you, we're talking 2000 and... Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm with you.
Yeah, mind you, we're talking, our first tour to Ghana was in 2006. So that's about 14 years. Am I correct?
Yeah.
The internet we know it now was not what it was in 2000 or something. Can we agree to that? You know,
of course.
I don't think there was even I don't think there was Expedia, but I can't remember if there was TripAdvisor. Or if there was, it wasn't really in depth in terms of some African countries. You know, Google search was there, but it was not really deep the way it is. So there are a lot of things we learned along the way. After the tour, I had good conversation with these girls, and they genuinely said they loved it. That we're brilliant. You know, myself dealing with girls, you know, women, these are not girls, these are university girls. Will I be calm? Will I just be eyeing them and forget the purpose of why I'm here? Will I be distracted because they're really, really fine girls? You know?
And rich.
So and rich. So I had to, so I think that's when people say, oh, I can keep a very straight face. I had to, throughout the whole tour, I was their boss. So it wasn't, I didn't give room for that affection because I'm like, I might just get distracted that, or maybe I might be showing more affection to one person more than the rest of the other ladies. So I had to be neutral. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
And also give them some sense of authority that I'm in charge in this place, but also be their friend. Because I'm not authority, let's go here. No, there must be some kind of discourse. Okay, we're doing this today. I'll run the whole itinerary with them. So the idea of so the word itinerary, I've never written an itinerary. It was on that tour before the itinerary of a tour. You know, those are the terminologies that come in my head. Itinerary mean what they will do. Putting time into the itinerary. So it's not just, okay, we're doing X, Y, Z. Time, how long we will spend there. What I think we're going to do there. I mean, it's at the end of the day, but believe me, that tour was absolutely necessary.
Wow.
After that tour, I knew the skills I had. But that was just even a tiny bit about it. Imagine the first tour where I went with children.
Really?
Good experience. I've been to Ghana. Yes. That was in 2007. Yeah, was 2006, no, 2007. My first tour to Ghana with kids. We were 55 in number. There were about 30 children.
That was in school?
Primary school children.
Wow. Excursion or something.
Do you know what it is to deal with 30 primary school children?
Wow.
Not just them, with their mothers. It's one thing to deal with kids. It's one thing to try to control the kid where the mother is looking at you that, are you overdoing this to my child?
And the one
compared to how you're treating another person's child. You get my point? How do you balance yourself in the midst of all the women that you're not partial to one family? Maybe this one family seems to have a bit more, they're a bit more opulent from the outward appearance compared to another family, you know, so one don't feel, is it because Mrs. So came with Louis Vuitton bag, she's buying constant ice cream, therefore she gets extra listening here as compared to me. So the ability of being neutral, authority, those are the things I learned to balance myself with those women, you know, and also not to be rude. Because anything you say, even in the midst of stress, those women can hold it. See me. Yeah. Hey, what you report here is your coming. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what this boy said? Then I'll turn to boy. You know? So I learned a lot. So that's why I said I learned to start observing people. You know, I noticed that while on tour, maybe kids are doing something, I observe. I observe the women, I observe the kids, I observe kind of women that needs more attention, some that don't really send you, some that needs this. Everybody has their own soft spots. Learn to play with it to get your solution. Mm. And since then, I've learned to apply that to different situations in my life. So that's just it. So that's how really I've just picked up. So graphics right now is, I only do it, so like Dr. Coker now, he still calls me to do some stuff for him. You know? One of my mentors that I mentioned, Dr. Harry Coker.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't really practice as much, but when he has some stuff to do, maybe he wants to do something real quick, say to the job, can you help me design this? And
where is he? In Abuja?
No, Lagos here. It's Tariq Close. The Close is his name. Tariq.
Where can I see your graphics?
Sorry?
Where can I see your graphics? Can you tag me with some of your pictures?
Okay. I used to have a website with the graphics there, and I shut it down after a while. But I can send you some stuff that I've done in the past. You can see it, you know, and then stuff. But guess what? The graphics itself is still what I still use that. So a lot of the things you see me on my presentations and maybe something I put on my WhatsApp or even on Instagram, I use my graphics to design my website. I put it down and I'm trying to redesign some stuff on it. It's my graphics, my brochure, my graphics, my any single thing you see that is a product of
I think
or something. It's me.
Sorry to come in. And an individual's ability to learn and design graphics, right, becomes a wow effect in their image. Do you understand? It just becomes a wow effect because other people go through stress. As in, I know how much I delivered myself just from learning graphics for 1,000 naira during the Corona lockdown. I feel like it's going to be a big story one day, but I'm not there yet. I'm still striving towards it. And I've gotten to the point where I'm telling my instructor now to say, okay, I'm coming back on Instagram. Let's start to work together. I want this and this and that. And the guy has been sending me designs for the last 3 days, and I'm just not impressed. And I had to do him a voice note to say, I'm at Tiwari Repai, Mosheti, Toriko Mosheti, one Moshe Bai. Both of us are now laughing that listen, do you get? Because I may still be a rookie, but my designs are not bad. Do you understand? And I try to make 1 or 2 Toro Kobo from it. Do you get? And then I leverage on the office Wi-Fi. I leverage on the office Wi-Fi to design, you know. So I use Canva for now, even though it's quite expensive. But there are some other apps on my phone.
But you can use Canva. Canva is still not bad.
Canva is not bad, but it consumes data. There are other apps that do great stuff that can do what Canva doesn't even do, and they don't need data, right?
Data. So, okay. Yes, well, you just have it on your phone and use it without.
You have it on your phone.
You have your laptop.
Even on the phone, you have to do something. I have to do something on those apps first, and then I transfer it into Canva to be able to use it, because Canva really cannot give me that stuff. Do you get?
Yeah, but Canva has some restrictions.
Yes, but Canva has some conveniences. For instance, some pictures that are on templates. Templates and pictures that you may have to pay to get. You know, if you just do Canva Pro, you will have both access to those pictures and several other things on Canva.
Absolutely.
You may not need to take your picture to another website to remove the background. You can just tap on something and Canva removes the background for you and all of that. So, you know, this month I just had this nudging to do Canva Pro because I'd used my free 1 month subscription. The moment I unlocked my 1 month, I unlocked that upgrade. For some reason, a friend just, spoke to me. She needed design. She wanted me to help her out. She wanted to do an event. So I did the design. I also hosted the event on Zoom, and it was fantastic. It was from that design on a WhatsApp status that someone chat her up and said, who designed? And then the lady contacted me and sent me details of what she wanted. And she also said she wanted that experience I gave on Zoom for our event. So I've done the design. The first one I sent was what she loved. You know, I used to have this policy like, okay, I'll do design for you. You have only 3 chances to make edits. Do you understand? I'm not going to keep going back and forth. Just 3 times and that's all. You know, so she saw the first one and there was no need to adjust anything. And that really impressed me. From there, I did other dimensions for her. I said, okay, use this for your Facebook cover, use this for your WhatsApp status and all of that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not even there yet, but even this little that I'm doing, there's also another website like that, Simumalo. I'll get the name of that website. I feel like there's still a lot to learn from there. So the reason I asked you to tag me or send me some of the pictures, Tishe, is because I'm just trying to see, okay, that website is Photopea. Like,
Okay. Yes, I've heard about it.
yeah, and there's only one thing I do on that place. You get, but sometimes when you go to YouTube, you see the tutorial video is like 1 hour. You're like, ah. And you know these YouTube vloggers, like they don't even know how to be punchy. That's
You see, I started using Corel. I don't know if you ever use CorelDRAW.
no, I haven't started using CorelDRAW or
Okay, so see,
Adobe. They
I'm
say
from
there's
the era.
Adobe Office that has all
Ah,
these, that has the suits, that has
let me tell you
everything.
something. So I started with CorelDRAW. I learned Adobe a bit, but I felt Adobe was a bit too complex. So Adobe is like the granddaddy, is the alpha omega of graphics. So if anybody's going to employ you as a graphic designer in any company globally, you must be able to use Adobe. It's the pinnacle. It's complex, but once you understand it, it's like you're swimming in water.
My laptop doesn't have the capacity to
Good. So the way I'm going now, then the next one was CorelDRAW. So as in Nigeria, because Adobe could take a lot of space on your laptop, so CorelDRAW was a bit less. So I started with CorelDRAW, and all my graphics were all CorelDRAW. Remember, like I said, so that you see what you are in your generation right now. You have Canva, you have this. There was no such thing. So think about it. When I was using CorelDRAW,
in fact, Canva was a disruption in that industry, and I don't know how they are.
It is the destruction. Let me tell you something. It is the disruption. Let me tell you. Before Canva, right? I already had in my head. That I wish
you were going to make money from graphics.
No. For me, no. I was just thinking that how I could design what Canva did.
Oh, okay.
I'm serious. I had that. I have some of my friends that said it now, because I was like, imagine. I used to tell people then. Okay, so let me give you an idea. This how the whole thing started. We want to do an ad. You could most of the pictures online. Then we're predominantly.
I just sent a picture to the chat. I don't know if you can. When you see it, just tap it, so you see part of what I did.
Where most of the pictures were predominantly Oyibo people.
Okay.
Right? How do I mean? Okay. They were predominantly Oyibo people, white people. You know, Kobis. The Kobis were predominantly white people. And I remember telling myself, you men guys, then why don't we start taking pictures of basic, simple things of Nigerians? So it's not because the next level you have is American. So you could tell an American holding a corn up, but you can tell when a Nigerian is holding it. No matter how bad, you can tell your own people. You know, be it from the background or from our skin or from what we are wearing. This is not an American.
Ingenuity. That's
yes. So I said that. Yeah. So I said that we could start with those basics. So I remember then when we were doing window shopping, I watched in the magazine. Part of the rules, I said that we must always use our pictures. That's where everybody started learning a bit of photography. Till today, any single thing I design, I do not use any pictures online. I will tell you if there's a building, go and take the picture. There's a building in Nigeria, I see me, I go there, take it, put the building. Don't copy anything. So that way it's genuinely yours. So wherever you put it, it is yours. Even my logo, even my brochure, the only first brochure I did that I knew I used something was when I was in Go South. That was South Africa. What I used was a lion in the jungle. Always like, I can't get a lion in the jungle in Nigeria. So I was like, okay, I can permit myself to do that. Since then, all my brochure, every single my brochure are my pictures on tour. Except country I've not been to and I want something. I'm always very particular about owning your own stuff.
So even when you take people abroad, like to a white continent, you still snap only.
I use the Nigeria. No, that's not everybody. I know this is my tour picture, the keys on the tour. So I saw if you Google 20 tour operators in Nigeria, check their websites. I can tell you 99.9 are pictures of people online.
It's not their own.
It's not that I said there are pictures of people they just copied online. Climax Stores is the only one. 90% of those pictures are our pictures, except we are talking about a destination. Say I'm talking about Mexico. I've not been to Mexico. And I'll tell you, I'm talking about Mexico. I've not been to Mexico. We're just talking about it. That's the emphasis. But anything outside that, they're all my pictures. I'm talking about food. Our pictures of food I've taken. They're talking about kids, black kids playing, Nigerian kids playing in UK, France. You know, I'm very particular about that. So Canvas, I love the way he came in because he helps a lot of people to quickly join the industry. But then you also kill the idea that but you also kill the idea that for you to be a graphic designer, there must be more in you. So this is why I saw 20 years ago, I was like, if I was going to do this thing, if I was going to go into this thing, will I be prepared when this industry, that everybody can do it? I guess my main fear was that if everybody could do graphics in 10 years' time, what value would I bring? I'll say experience. What is experience? Experience can work in.
Hello, ma.
And
Ma, meeting.
So is that good?
I'm here today. I'm here. Sorry, my mentor called, quote and unquote.
It's good.
But I'll call her back.
So he's a mentor, not your coach.
Yeah. Well, show you this mentoring topic. There's a reason I'm going into it because people have divergent opinions.
Okay.
You've shared yours. If you notice, I didn't share mine. Do you understand? And I really want you to also listen to other people and let them share theirs because, you know, we live in this age where you meet some people and they feel like because you don't have a mentor, you're not existing. Or because you don't have a mentor, you're bound to not make it in life. Not knowing that some others are struggling. It's not like they don't want a mentor, but they don't just know how to go about it. So, issues to solve. But you were saying, so have you seen the picture I sent?
No, so is it on this platform you dropped it
chat,
on?
Yes,
WhatsApp?
no, on this in Zoom. No, Zoom down.
Yeah, but on this, but it's telling me right. I'm trying to open it. There's a green thing. It says only. I think something maybe only when you're in a meeting you can access something. Can't read it well. Only the host can share in the meeting. Okay, I'm trying to say
okay. So
Ricochet. So how do I see where you drop something?
It didn't open.
Unless maybe I minimize this and maybe you put it
in the chat.
But you can send it on
section.
WhatsApp now.
Go to the chat.
Okay, this is my phone.
I cannot send it on WhatsApp. So that your
wife.
On. The topic of
the
event.
Hold on.
The topic of the event is let's talk about sex.
What's that?
I said the topic of the event is let's talk about sex. I cannot send it on your WhatsApp.
No, on my WhatsApp to me, personally to me. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying. You can see on my WhatsApp. When I'm trying, I can delete the pictures if that's because I'm trying. I can't see where maybe because it's this thing. I don't know. I'm trying to see. I can only see leave button. I see earpiece. I see pictures. I see mute. I see.
No, as in chat
video. I see
in the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at where the chat icon will come up.
Okay, you will see.
Raising,
Andrew, you see raise
chat. Okay, I've clicked on chat.
Scroll up.
It just there's nothing in the chat. It just says everyone. Blah 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 blah.
No document.
Chat.
No document.
No, I can't. Yeah, maybe it's I just can't. Or maybe it's just me. You know. I'm trying to see. That's why I'm afraid it's on my notepad. Because my notepad it gives you one on this. I'm not seeing that when I want to. Just send them my WhatsApp. I'll look at it.
No, as you see, I just like to play around Zoom. Woman fee, Riaz, woman fee.
It's good to
every
play.
Opportunity
to
manage Zoom.
So I'm trying to say. So how am I?
I'm trying to do a screen share. I'm trying to do a screen share now. So what you were asking yourself then is how to get to design in such a way that when other people come in, you would still be able to do something different. That's the last thing I caught.
Yeah, being relevant. If you're not relevant in the next 20 years, then you won't exist. Hunger will hammer you.
Yeah. What do you see on the screen now?
Okay, so I see something about sex. So I see speakers. Let's talk about sex and some. Yeah, you can drop this on my WhatsApp. There are pictures of people on it, so nothing provocative about it. There's nothing provocative about it. It's good. There are speakers, and it's not like sex and one guy is shagging a lady.
I'm just saying. Okay, so you critique it for me. No, I'll do that.
Yeah, so it's also I can see better. So that's just basically what it is. And once you can see this, so even in my lineup, so even this travel industry I'm in, right? Before I entered it, I gave myself a 15-year plan. So we're talking about in 2007. So 2007 plus 15 years, what's that?
That's like 2022. So
I told myself by 2022, I would evolve out of the industry.
To do what?
I get my point. When I mean, it's not necessarily me leaving. I should have a company, an entity, but I can almost step out of it, you feel me, and do other things I also would love to do.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I feel by then, I will have become an authority in the industry. If in 15 years I'm not an authority in an industry, then why was I in the industry? I guess my point. Because I feel I should already have a profile where people say, 15 years in this industry, CEO of Climax Stores, so he's here to speak on social travel. He's here to speak. So I should have been in that position whereby people can see me as an authority to speak on certain issues, at least, if not on anything in this world, or in travel, relaxation, how to manage yourself and all that. So I knew that I must also start teaching on how to talk better. I guess my point. So even while I was doing courses, I knew that, okay, I needed to go to a class where people can see me talk, and then I can measure the way I talk. So that's why I went to Lagos Business School to do a course on senior management program, so that I knew from that one, I will have the opportunity to talk to people, assess people on that level and see how they perceive who I am, and I think I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It made me see that I can talk, I can deliver a speech, and people can enjoy it and laugh and say, well, okay. And then it also made people some people also saw some key elements in me that I didn't even notice. I remember because we used to have syndicate groups, teams, whereby for every class they put us in different groups where we talk and something, and they give us a what's this thing? A case study, right? The case study is like, so you read it and something. I know a lot of them, most of them didn't have time to read, or some read in a way. Everybody kind of enjoyed when I narrate the case story to everybody. It's like I always bring a different point of view from what they even read, and I made it easier for everybody to digest. It's like they gave me an orange and I extracted the juice out for everybody and said, let's focus on the juice. So I noticed that when the people talked about reports about different people, that's what everybody kind of said about me, that they always loved the way I'm able to bring out a message, make it easy to understand and all that. So I knew that, okay, if I have this skill, it means I can read this book, where I can read this book as thick as it is, and maybe find 5 different topics out of it and make it easy and share one topic with you, and you'll be like, oh, I read that book, I never saw it that way. But it's actually correct. It's interesting. I like the way this guy broke it down to me now to understand. Maybe now I can even share with more to my friends and even encourage them to read the book. So slowly, I started developing that skill.
Wow.
And then I knew at one point I have to get into talking a little bit. So that's where. So as at this time last year. So today, I saw it on Facebook, was the time I posted my first video on Instagram.
Today marks 1 year. Is that what you're saying? Today marks, that what you're saying?
Today marks 1 year. Yeah, that I posted my first video on Instagram regarding speaking.
Funny enough, it was my sister who sent your profile to me, because my sister noticed. My sister is like a Don Jazzy on Instagram. She just does her own thing. She knows most of the Instagram hacks. So she uses those acts, and she's seriously growing her following. So
what's the sister's name?
Babalola Bisola.
Bisola Janua?
Maybe you do. She's probably following you.
Where does she work?
She's a lecturer in University of Ilorin. She's also a fashionista. She's also a kid entrepreneur manager.
You send me her Instagram page, so maybe I may know her.
So
But how did she get to know about me?
I don't know. During the lockdown, actually, I started interacting more with her to learn some of these Instagram acts. As at the time I started interacting with her, maybe I had 400 and something followers, and I had huge following. So I now told her, she started teaching me 1 or 2 things, and I started growing. And my target was, at least let me cross that 1,000 threshold. If I can cross that 1,000 threshold, I'll know what I'm doing. So in the process of her interactions with me, she now started realizing that you do church kind of thing, you do spiritual content and all, but you actually belong to the public speaking industry, So she told me all that, and I was like, really? So I increased the number of public speakers, at least Nigerians for public speakers and motivational speakers, that I follow. I increased the number. And then she now encouraged me to do more videos. And then I find YouTube very intriguing. I have always wanted to do YouTube videos. Always. I have always wanted to do YouTube videos. And during the lockdown, I was with another sister living in our house, and she had the best quality of camera for video on her phone. So I easily borrowed her phone to use. But since I came back to my own house, I just don't think it is good enough to use my camera and the quality of it, and its quality to deliver what I have inside me. So I thought to just hold on a little bit. And I learned that, today, for me as a philosophy, I will not go on YouTube and give out a content for want of what to say. So I'm just using this period to draw up educative topics, you get. And I also learned that one of the things that will sell the most, or that people will find useful in the coming years or decades, is when they get to know the how-to of something. Do you understand? That's different from me going on a trip to Yaba with my friend, and I'm saying, hey guys, we are now at Obalinde. We are going on a trip to, what do you think when you see those kind of videos?
See, you have to understand something. That's why I say you have to learn to observe people. And human beings generally, we like the good life. We gravitate to something that is good. So if somebody sells themselves, can you hear me?
Yeah.
As I'm doing okay, is interesting, my life is interesting. I'm in Yaba right now, guys. I'm shopping at Suzu markets to buy something for my something ready.
It appeals to some people. Yes, it's just
not just some, not just some. When you say some, now you have to look at the data. It's a large sum. So some could just mean a few people. So in a 100, if you put a data of 1,000 people, that's some that you are seeing. 800 people. That's a huge number. So while you are trying to be intellectual or something, some people just want to they just want to go on their phone
it's about finding your audience.
Enjoy themselves.
It's about your audience. You're not called to everybody.
Now you are going back to the real elements. Who are you? Some people are good at just ice dandying your face.
But you know that there are some people like me. Do you know there are some people like me who will now get frustrated.
Frustrated and that you're not living that kind of life?
No. Frustrated that your own subscribers are not growing. Number of subscribers is not increasing. Meanwhile, somebody is putting road trip to Yaba, and the person's number of subscribers is increasing. I shouldn't compare the two. I should just find my own niche and go and sell myself in my
absolutely.
niche.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But really, today, in my inform you on topics in Bami is also want of what to say. It's also want of what to say.
For who? Your own kind of person, people that want to do with the serious stuff, or the one that just want to go Yaba?
On a general note, and don't share road trip to Yaba or honeymoon trip to Dubai, giving us too much personal information, taking us way into their personal lives, information that we do not need. Do you understand? Sometimes they do that because of want of what to say.
We can say that as well. No, hold on again. See, that's what you have to also observe. Remember, people used to keep a diary when we're young, or maybe you never got up to keep a diary. I used to write a journal. Now, the internet have said, why write your diary when you can just record your diary? What was a diary? It was a personal, people remember before, you don't say a lot of movies before, Mom, why did you read my diary? It's personal to me.
Why is it
I remember a lot of movies.
Why are you now doing recording and showing it to the whole world?
No, hold on. Now the internet, see the beauty of the internet, has evolved what seems personal to public. And created an icon,
entertainment,
which is addictive. It's not entertaining, and the creation that says like. So people are like, who doesn't love to be liked? Share. You know, so it now looks like they are sharing the forbidden fruit.
Dopamine into people.
Thank you. It gives you a feeling like I'm sharing my forbidden fruit with everybody. Who doesn't like that feeling?
I'm getting excited at it.
Thank you. So at the end of the day, the Kim Kardashian perfected the idea to people. We're like, oh, look at their bomb. Look at their something. Oh, so everyone else says, wow, this is catchy. So those are people that are trying to do some intellectual stuff. They're trying to do notes. They're like, look, people sometimes when people go to social media, they are not going there with their brains. They are just going there to just. Have you ever gone to someone's home, right? And they have a photo album. Have you ever been to homes where people have a photo album? And they give you their photo album to look at. Do you go there with some intellectual thoughts to go through the photo album?
Well, I can still learn.
You just skip through the photo album. But most of the time, you do it for a sense of what? Humor, to enjoy yourself, to entertain yourself, right? Oh, I see you at you when you're young. Yes, I didn't know I was slim then. That's it. So now people have created the internet version of it. Guess what? Now everybody can show their photo album to the world. Are you getting my point? And the beauty of internet is that your photo album never ends. It means your story never ends. Believe me, what can be more contagious than that? It means it's a continuum. You're even lucky. You and I can even hide ourselves once in a while. Do you notice? You can say, I don't feel like doing video today, or I'm trying to do some research. There are some public figures. See, I think right now, they're a slave of what they've created for themselves.
Yeah.
You get my point?
I know we just don't know what goes on behind the camera. We really do not know what goes on.
Yes, I know some people are slave. You see a lot of actors right now, they know that they have to put something up today or tomorrow. If not, their ratings goes up, nobody remembers them. So they're a slave to it. You and I can unplug. I may not put a video. In short, if people just don't notice sometimes, I've not even done a new fresh video in the last 1 week because I've been consuming some work. Now I showed you.
But they now schedule it with other softwares and apps and all. So I hear Oprah doesn't even go on Instagram. You can schedule for a whole year. You won't even visit Instagram. You just be there reading comments of people.
But guess what? Those are people on that level. Some people are not on that level yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Oprah can do that, and guess what? Once in a while, she just puts in a day-to-day tip. It just make her say it has always been there. That's deep thinking level. You feel me? To be able to put yourself on that level so that you can have more time. What Oprah is doing, so she can have more time to run other businesses. Some people, social media is their business. Oprah is running a company. She's paying staff. Imagine an actress that she wants to be, people can see her, so you can use her in a movie. Can she say she's doing something and she's done for the year? She needs to be your problem, so you can use her for your next movie. You can say, this Ngozi girl, she's having 200,000 followers. Okay, we can use her in the movie so that 20,000 of our followers can view the movie. Are you seeing that? So it's important for them to keep growing up. I just saw recently, like someone like Nino Lowo, that guy that has muzzle. You know him, Nino Lowo, that Yoruba actor. Or am I not pronouncing his name right? Nino Lowo. It's a one for Nino Lowo. I noticed recently, I can't remember what happened yesterday or something. I saw his follower like 6 million.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, let's Google it. Nino Lowo, Nino, Yoruba guy. Maybe I was right. Basketball was on the same level.
But some of people here at beginning, more followers in.
I don't know whether they're both follower or not. So hold on, let me just pick up this call from one guy. I'm gonna send me a message.
Okay.
Call came in. I didn't know whether I was going to pause or something. I should notice. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I saw the guy. He's 3.5 million followers. The just got back guy. I know him.
You're one. What's his name? Not Nino Lowo or something.
I used to have Iroko TV on my phone one time.
So 3.5 million. Do you know what that means? I guess my point. I think even in Nigerian movies, I like to look at data a lot because there's a course I'm doing data analytics. I'm following small. That how numbers really matter. This guy may not necessarily be the best actor, but because of that number, his negotiating power is huge. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell him to his face now, you're not a good actor now. He'll tell you, I'm not a good actor.
My brother.
But people love to watch me.
Start out for the number. I'll just focus on quality. Do you understand? If I can remain like that, let the number not come, but let the feel keep getting value. Do you understand?
Exactly. Now, you know why? Do you know why you say that? Do you know why you say that? In your line of business, your substance is your value. For Nino Lowo, his outlook is his value. Are you seeing the difference?
Yeah, the image.
Do you know how many endorsements? Do you know how many endorsements? Do you know how many people pay him just to hold water like this? I get my point. Oh, Nino Lowo likes this water. See, just for him to do like this.
Everybody will go and buy it.
2.5 million has entered his account. But if I hold it, people like, so Tunde is holding it. Is there anything intellectual about the water? I beg. It's not Nestle water. You know? Are you getting my point? So you must know where you must, like I said, you must know where you play in that puzzle. You know, he has known his own puzzle. You know your own puzzle and play along. But I'm just saying that right now, nobody can be discredited. Everybody has their own strengths. respect that strength of that guy. Because in your heart of hearts, think about it. Really, you don't mind a 3.5 million followers too?
I don't mind, but please, they need to be they need to be following me for what they are following me for. I don't know how to explain it, Sha. I'm not just there for the numbers per se, because I believe that if I continue to give out value, the numbers will come. We just have different niche, that's just it. But I look forward to a time when I can actually cut across all niche. Do you know that's possible? Like I can be in gospel at the same time, be in public speaking and motivation, at the same time also be in entertainment. Don't you think it's possible?
It's very possible. So I want you to go and watch Prince Bar and Jay Shitter.
What is?
On Instagram. YouTube. So look, they're also on YouTube, but check Instagram, Prince Bar, B-A.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm even writing it down so that I don't.
No, I would like you to look at their numbers.
Let's check it now. B-A, Nikon.
You may have Prince B-A, Prince Bar, Prince B-A.
Okay.
And Jay Shetty.
The and is
what? Prince, just Prince B-A. Prince B-A.
No,
Bar.
is this one profile or
No, there are two different people. There's Jay Shetty. Jay, there's Shetty, one word.
Prince Bar, yeah. No, real.
No,
okay.
It's not
like the person is popular.
He is popular on
Prince
Instagram.
B-A. The Prince B. I'm seeing Prince Bassey images. I'm just seeing.
Or Google Prince Bar. So maybe his name. That's not his handle name.
Yeah, maybe there's.
Or check J. Or check J. Or check J.
Okay.
J. That's JAY.
SH, right? I guess.
SHA then TTY Shetty or something.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? Is this Indian looking guy?
7.
How many? Are you seeing where I'm going? Now, just watch. He has perfected that act that you're talking about right now. They do videos where it's entertaining, but it's motivating and it's sending message. It is when you get to that level, that's when you can get that number. You now have to do videos that's entertaining. It's like watching a short 1 minute or 2 minutes video. It's entertaining, but passing a message. He just recently launched it. He just recently wrote a book. You know? Can you get what I'm saying?
I'm just still looking at his page. Mumbo?
He's amazing. So this guy has met virtually everybody. Everybody. He has gone to the World Forum to discuss. He has gone to the UN. So it's when you're on that level, it's when you can blend entertainment. So you now have a production team. Are you getting my point? It's not you anymore. It's a production team.
That will be fine-tuning everything that comes out of
fine-tuning. So if, for instance, now, think about it. Imagine what we talk about today now, motivation, right? Sorry, mentorship. So imagine you and I say, you know what? For us to get people to get this message, you say today, you know what? Let's get someone young to reenact my life. So imagine a picture of me, 6 years old, my teacher teaching me. I get my point. Being dramatic, telling me to express myself, talk today. I get to my point.
Yeah.
Then you show a young today evolve to a young man. Then you get an elderly guy that is teaching me. I'm impressed with his outlook. That's a video. Imagine you do a 1 minute video like that and I put it up. Do you know how that video will rate? Over even this conversation that we're having, this whole program. I guess my point. Yeah, at the end of the message, you now speak, or both of us now speak. That guys, you get my point. Maybe you start to begin that you believe motivation can be so. At the end, I now end it by saying, if you look at the young today, was so. People learn to know the difference from a mentor and a coach. End of video. Put that video on YouTube and see people's reaction. Compare to the discussion that you and I had today and put it. You will see by side that video will do way more. Because know what? It's a video. People can watch it. Oh, I love this video. Then they send it to a friend. Who is sending to that friend? They will send it to that. So now you move from what? Just talking to what? A production company. That's where now you're not entertaining people. But guess what? You are not getting out of your context. You are still entertaining people based on knowledge. You're not doing a skills video where people are dancing or saying raw things. You are still delivering your point. But guess what? You know that you can't just get some low, poor quality acting people. You still want to make sure those people can act it well. You want to make sure the costumes look good. You want to make sure the setting looks good. And you say that is money. But at the end of the day, you move from maybe 50,000 people watching the video. Now you're moving into the area of 4 million people watching your video. Google now calls your YouTube calls that, you know, for this video you post 4 million, we are sending you $10,000.
So wait, at which of all these people is earning money for what they are doing? Just tell me some. Because I also know
all of them. All of them, most of anyone on YouTube.
Do you know Instagram, this babe? Do you know this babe on Instagram? Tolulope Solutions. She's not even 30 years old yet.
I've heard of her. I don't know. On where? On which one? Instagram or
Instagram?
YouTube?
Instagram. Both Instagram and YouTube and YouTube. Tolulope Solutions.
I don't know. How many followers does she have? What does she do exactly?
Lifestyle, family, business. She only has 46K followers.
Those also have plenty of followers. Mm-hmm.
Oh no man, she road trip to Yaba. Market day in Kiniko. She Instagram page from baby. Don't go picture baby sorry Instagram. But you
packaging,
see, consistency pays, right? Consistency will definitely pay. So what I'm just trying to do is build up a structure that can help me to be more consistent. So, and also saving up to be able to get all the necessary gadgets and infrastructure to be able to, you know, keep the ball rolling.
But don't wait. But don't say because you are waiting for all. If it's a good camera you get first, work with good camera and good. If it's good lighting to add, like this, something like right now, there's still a lot of things I still want to get in my production to be better. I looked at my old video, first video I did before, and I saw the result. I was like, man, production was better.
You've already gone.
But then I still see a lot of things I could do. Like for instance, right now I want to add more things like graphics. So when I talk, when I say hello there, I don't mind the hello coming out. Hello there. Get my point?
Yeah, and most of these things are now monetized. Even editing, video editing softwares. Like if you except if you can crack them. I've tried to crack Filmora like since 1952. I've contacted a lot of people that crack it now. They send me videos, they send me everything. You run. But lockdown, most of all these software providers too and everything quickly found a way so that people will stop beating their processes. Do you understand? Even some books that we used to download free, suddenly started saying we should pay because they knew people were now at home and people were getting involved in digital products and everything. So most of all these things you need to use now are monetized. They are monetized.
But there's nothing wrong with that as long as you can get a good value for what you are getting. So if, for instance,
like what I did with Canva, and you too.
Thank you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Zoom wants to join them. Will they work?
No, at the end of let me tell you something. What this does, he helps you monetize. Start thinking of how to monetize your own process too, faster. Look, when there's a lot of free lunch, I will start running belly. But the moment you know that for every part of your buffet, you are paying for it, you start to, when someone says, I want it free from you, start to say, free to what extent?
Yeah.
Because you know why? You start wanting more. What you are doing right now, you are building your retraction rate. Let people join in, which is what all those softwares did. They built it. They also had their own benchmark. The moment we have more than 20,000 followers, we start to charge. The lockdown gave them those numbers faster. So they have to charge.
Faster, man.
I get to my point. So it's what you are doing. And you start telling us, okay, the moment I have video of so number, I need to have converted to this area. That's all. So all my videos I've been doing right now, I've told myself the moment I cross so, I will start to more engage into short, maybe online 2-day classes, so let's meet up, we talk for 1 hour.
E-book.
Small things.
Somebody told me to go and do Zoom training for her ushering outfit. Her girls in her ushering outfit. I'm like, what am I going to talk about?
Why not?
The other time when people are seeing what is in you and you're like, what's going on?
There's a lot you can do. What you need to do is, guess what you do? Observe. Learn the process. And you'll find what you can say. Observe. We don't observe enough. That's where there's always a problem. We don't observe enough. We like to see, but we don't like to observe. Observe is more, in-depth. That's what children do. Go back to being a toddler. Have you ever seen a toddler when the toddler is looking at the mom? Insane. They are looking at every single thing the mom is doing and they start to copy it. Observe. From there, you start to see the problem and then you can put in some solutions. Yeah. That's the truth. That's all. Observe. That's all. That's just it. So don't think too hard about a lot of things. Just whatever challenge people give you, take it. Enjoy the joy of doing it. You will learn something as you do your research.
So I'm just checking your page again, and all your pictures are they DIY?
My pictures on
Instagram. Sorry, on Instagram.
When you say DIY,
like did you snap them yourself?
Yes, 90% of the pictures I recently I've been snapping them myself.
So you do the delayed stuff, or you use your palm?
Yes. No, delayed stuff. You do delay 3 seconds or 5 seconds.
And then you pose crazy.
Yeah. So what I do?
Thumbnail for YouTube.
No. So what I do is that. So for me, I don't try to. So what I do, I look at through magazines. I just play around magazines. There are a lot of ideas. So I look at some particular postures I like. Like I like to reenact that. You feel me? And see what a message can come with it. Then I focus on the way the guy poses, watch myself in the mirror over and over again, and I now do it. So before someone take my picture, but I'm like, I know myself. I like, no, do it like this. So sometimes you're annoying people. So then it's okay now. I'm like, no, that's not what I want. So what I did, I got what's this thing? This makeup lights, those ring lights.
You have one.
So those ring lights. So I'll show you one. Can you see that?
Yes, I know it.
Okay, so those ring lights obviously have the handle where I can handle it. So that way I can bring it closer. I can adjust the height. I can adjust the angle I want. Once I've gotten the angle I want, then I go back to that pose. Look at that pose again. Then now create it. Give myself that 3 seconds, then enter that zone. Then I've gotten it. Look, let me tell you something. Look, you need to enjoy. See, this is what I'm saying, that this is the process.
I know what you're saying now. I know what you're saying. Should I have a photo shoot tomorrow? I know how many pages I have marked that I have sent to my photographer already. Pose by pose by pose. My mama copy on you know. Kitty te Michelle to my flow jaddy.
So even my dressing, there are some the way I match some of my clothes. I've looked at the GQ magazine. Maybe I was just checking something. I like the way I put the pair, this white and blue. I try to find a similar clothes with it and something. Because at the end of the day, see, once you go into that 3 minutes and people watch you, there are a lot of factors that people are watching. Some guys just go there just to watch me the way I dress. Yeah, I like this guy's shirt. So they'll just tell me that, hey, guy, this is your shirt. Say na TM or something. I like them. That's their own. I guess my point. People have different take for them. Some is the way I dress. Some people have asked me, who's my barber? I get my point.
I want to know about your who built your workspace. I want to know what you found.
Oh, my brother, I can send you his number. I designed it and I gave it to him. I can send you his name, Shola. Solomon Shola. He can do it. He's in Accra, but he comes to Lagos a lot to do some jobs.
You see, so that's what caught my attention.
Gave him a design. A lot of people too. So before I started going online, I had this in mind. I guess my point. So almost all my videos, this background is. So I when I moved into this area, right, and I said, okay, I'm going to start doing some videos. I had an idea of how I want my background to be. Guess what? I watch a lot of. When I watch one day I was watching CNN, even BBC, something. I noticed a lot of great speakers. Especially there's one I watch on Bill Gates and some of these guys. They always have a library in the background. Go and check. Go and check. They always have a library behind them.
Whether they are the ones who's reading the books or not. I have a lot.
Whether they read the book or not.
I have a lot of books, but in Guyana, with rack. So I have this one here now. I'm looking at it. By the time I'm moving to my next house, because I hope to relocate soon, I'm looking. Convert the racky. I can't carry my laptop.
No, you can't.
So my convert the racky. See, books, wall shelf for me, because
so it looks more interesting.
That's the only thing I need now.
You'll get it. And I have noticed that, initially, I noticed that because I make sure there's plenty all the way up so that I see spaces. You feel me? I make me understand that I still need to fill it up. You feel me? I still need to fill it up. Some people ask me, have I read all the books? I tell people no. There's some books I bought, I just read it. So this is the way I read. So some people say, so should I have read all the books? I said, no, this is my own theory. I'm not buying some book because I want to read it from beginning to the end. Sometimes I read a book and a chapter, it just speaks to me and I'm okay. I said, don't you notice that some pastors read? Do all pastors always read the Bible from beginning to end? No. They may have read that maybe in the past, but guess what? They may read a passage in the Bible and that one just speaks to them and that's their message for the day.
In fact, the next 1 month.
Sorry? In the next 1 month. Some the whole year itself, So for me, I'm like, so I could open up a book. So like this book right now, for night, owner of Nike. And it was from there, I said, wow. I never knew Nike was like this. I never knew the owner was like this. He just gave me an insight because the way he broke his own book. He just gave where other people wrote about being so philosophical, he just wrote about a time capsule of his own life. When he started Nike, just when he started and to the period where it is. That's all. He just emphasized on things he was doing day-to-day activities. And that's all. That's what the book's about. And he just gave me an insight, that I too have not done anything wrong. Maybe just in America, so he's far more successful than I am.
Validation.
But there's nothing you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? He just get there, and that's just it. So, and that's all. I've not even finished the book. It's not the book is a lot, but just as if when I read that part, my brain was like, it's okay. It's okay. And that's just it. Then later, another 1 month again, guess what? I might just go back again and start continuing reading it again. But in between, I read like 4 other books. So that's how it works for me. And I think that's how my mind works. If you give me a book for too long, I might get bored.
Yeah,
I like when I slice
the thing that happens to us, the thing that happens to us with reading and dropping is because we didn't really find what could match our appetite. That quest, maybe there are just some people like that, for myself, for instance, that quest for what will match your appetite will show up. So I think the antidote to that is to actually keep stumbling on many things. Don't just stop. Pick this one, try it. Pick that one, try it. Until you pick the one that you're unable to drop. I've had books like that. I've gone on retreat, and luckily for me, waiting mumulo mupari that night. Do you understand? Yeah. So it was then I knew the meaning of, when people say I picked up the book and I didn't drop it until I finished it. It happened to me once. You get? It's not like I haven't picked other books. I picked other books that by my bedside now, looking at them, and sometimes you can become overwhelmed and begin to condemn yourself for not finishing.
I like that word.
For not finishing a book. So another thing I also try to do is if I can find books that talk about different things in different chapters. For instance, there's a book about women that I have. So it studies different characters different characters for each chapter, quite long, right? And I realized that I finished one character, like Momo lost everywhere. If I was going to the restaurant, I read it then. If I was going to the restroom, I read it then. Until I finished that character. And then I got to the other characters. I was just skipping, just to see what finally happened to the person at the end. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what happened. You get. So I think it's about appetite of the person. If you find a content that is able to feed your appetite, right?
Yeah.
That will match your appetite, then you are likely to finish it. But until you find that content, I'm talking to myself right now too. Until you find that,
I think that's it. I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah, you need to just keep reading. The problem is that we drop it. It's like I couldn't finish it. Maybe it's my schedule. Maybe it's my environment. Oh, I have poor lightning. Do you know how many times I've told myself the reason I don't read is because the lightning in my room right now doesn't look poor to you.
It happens sometimes. You know.
Two bulbs in my
good
room,
lights and good time.
switches. Oh, wait, it's because of the poor lighting. It's because I'm always on the road. It's because
and also depends on the time you're reading. The time you're reading to also matters as well. I try as much as to read in the morning. So usually what I do, I wake up 6:30. Like I said, usually I woke up 6:30 today, but I went back to bed. I told you at 4 o'clock I had to do something, so I went back to bed. So when your phone came, I was like, oh God. So usually I wake up in the morning, and when I come to the office, I try not to. I just come here. I open this window, don't put on the AC, open this door, so allow the natural light to come in. And I turn this seat around. So
that
I'm
helps
allowing the
you,
lights.
Right?
Yes, I'm allowing natural lights. So I almost don't put on any lights here. It's just the natural, fresh daylight.
You see everything clearly.
I see it clearly. So that lighting really, don't doubt it too. I'm just saying that don't doubt it.
I don't doubt it. So maybe during the day, so what I should raise up the blinds and sit by the window.
As in let the natural light just come in. You'll be amazed, like your eyes like, that is what I want. Your eyes, as if your eyes be talking to you.
Tunde, sorry.
Now you're getting me.
You will still drop it. You will not finish it. You will not finish it.
No doubt. But you now notice that it's not the eye thing.
Yeah,
you know that you now begin to say, nah, this book. Your brain now says this book is not the eye.
Let me find another
one. So, but that's just it. But like I said, so for me, why I did is to fill it up, and I'm like, this is just, I call it this my phase. This is my phase one. I've come from different small. Some this is my phase one. I'm looking at maybe if I move to another house or if I'm going to use some part of my dining.
Customize some things.
Yes. I want to see. I want book to be part of the decoration in the house. Book itself. I went to an hotel one day and I saw the way book. It's you saw you painting the wall. Books, the way the colors are arranged is actually a painting.
That's pressure now. Why will you put books to decorate your house? You'll be
no.
It should be giving you one kind of feeling.
No. When it's well arranged, I'm not saying all over every single wall. It's how you place it in different patterns in the house. You feel me? And I think, and then different books in different spots. So regardless of where you are seated in the house, you could just look at a book, on you or something, just pick it. And I've gotten a lot of ideas just entering the bedroom or just getting out of the bedroom. You feel me? I've gotten ideas or topic or even some situation or even my graphics. I used to ask, how do I get graphics ideas? It's not like I see a woman and say, yeah, let me have some deep thinking. No, it just comes. And then graphics for me was what I used to do. Like I said, people have social media now, internet, you can see, look, then it was not as deep. All I do was just open different magazine. That was magazine. I just keep flipping all the ads there, the logos, the yarns, so I just keep flipping. I like this. I'll put in notes or sometimes I tear it out. I keep going. Same way people are flipping on the internet now. At the end of the day, halfway, something just clicks you in your head. You like the way the L in something this was bent. You like the way the color bent, and your brain starts to sensitize it together. Before you know it, you already have a logo. I get my point. I think that's even what it is when you want to deliver a speech or message. I think that's how it is. whereby you just go to your relaxed space or somewhere in your house. So it's not like you say, oh, this is my relaxed space. So this, it could be somewhere you're dining and you're just thinking and you just look at the book, like, maybe the book was How John Came to Earth. You're like, when did I even buy this book? You just, when I went to Spain that time, I remember reading one chapter and then just open it. You're not thinking anything, yo. Maybe you're just eating dinner, you're just flipping through, just one chapter there. The unlocking of beings. I'm just using random things. Then guess what? You start to read, and one quote just jumps to you. Boom. From that quote, your brain, you're like, please, give me a pen and paper. Please give me a pen. You just notice your hands are just moving.
All these small public speakers. Well, sorry, I call them small, but as in, I just noticed that's what is doing them. Like, there has not been a disruption in that industry. I can't wait. Like, these guys are just rocking. Maybe I'm not following enough of them, right? But just in that Jimmy class, I don't like the way they have monopolized it. And yet, I don't think that they are really giving it their best like that. Do you understand? I feel like they're still not as deliberate as they should be. Why? Because they are not challenged. Do you understand? This is not to sound proud, but one of them, like, if in fact their own or their guard them, I've been doing something for him for a while now, like for the past 6 months, and he's like, okay, I should come and work for him as PA, and I didn't think about it for long.
That's who. That's who.
Why do you want me to tell you? If you check my page, you'll probably find the person.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
And he's like, he needs me to come and work for him as PA. He has so many things he's managing. He feels like his team are not maybe are getting overwhelmed or something like that. I need someone to manage the whole thing. Why? Because there is a connection between me and him. I feel like it's just what he needs that I have. You get? If you put me in front of maybe someone like Jimmy Tewe, I might be irritated. And Jimmy Tewe also might be irritated. Do you understand? But me and this person, there's a way we click. There's a way before he says it, you get, I have already done it. You know, that kind of thing. So, but I just told him that I will still stay at this level. If there's anything he wants me to do for him while I'm still at my brother's company, that's fine. You know why? You know the real reason I sort of turned it down? It's because I feel, give me 8 months to 1 year, I'll disrupt that place. And he will now have to offer me something at another level that I have groomed myself up to. And part of grooming is this conversation we're having, because I'm taking out a lot of things that I just need to go and put pressure on myself to do. And I need to just put myself out there also and sort out some things. So I need to do Facebook ads, Instagram sponsored ads, and just and then work on the intellectual part also. Maybe, of course, read more and do the packaging and everything. But I just feel like in a couple of months, you get, these people will know that, okay, there are some young folks now rising. Not like them, John Obidi. You know John Obidi?
I followed, yeah.
John Obidi has disrupted that place, but I'm not sure what his focus really is.
If you give me all their names, you can send them on WhatsApp so I can check them on Instagram.
Yeah, so John Obidi has
the few people I follow very well is Larry Olushola, Fela, William, and what's the other guy? Those are like 3 or 4 of them.
They formed a clique. John Obidi is very young. John Obidi is very young and has disrupted that space. He's a speaker, new media consultant, he's a trainer, international speaker and all. You know what John Obidi's strength is? Because I try to just, well, you observe, I pay you that respect you get, but for me, I don't really, should I say I don't have that patience to like wait and observe. I just look for codes I look for your makeup. I find a way to decode your makeup as quickly as possible. Do you understand? So I try to figure out what your temperament is. After I realized temperament wasn't going to cut it, because sometimes I don't get the privilege of meeting with these people over and over again, except who they tell me they are. So I just look for their zodiac sign. Do you get? So,
Interesting.
yeah, I'm Christian and all. It's not like I base everything.
There's nothing wrong. See, let's not feel that. See, if for something to exist, zodiac sign has existed as long as Christianity has existed.
I even said it was the stars that led people to Jesus. You know, like, I don't think so,
but it is the star that led people to Jesus. So let's not.
Anyways, so no, but you know, I don't take it overboard. I don't let it rule everything I do, right? So I realized that John Obidi should go and sit down. What is ruling him? What is ruling him is his Virgo sign. Like, the guy is so Virgo, right? They are intelligent, they're inquisitive, they are smart. You cannot beat them. Do you understand? Don't even try to. Do you get? And they're very stylish. They are very deliberate about everything they do. For them, you need to be a certain class. You need to be a certain way to be able to relate with them. They feel like every other person is stupid. Do you understand? I dated a guy like that, and I wished that I saw him that way before I even started. Do you understand? Because I felt like I'm smart here. But why is it that every other person sees me as smart except you? Do you understand? Like, so, but that's just them. I have two siblings like that. In fact, my brother is like that. So you almost.
So Virgos are born in 1 month.
They are in between. August and September. Late August, early September. Late August. Are you there? Are you in that zone?
Okay. I'm Gemini.
You talk. You talk. I are likely to cheat. Okay, so I'm just.
I'm not disputing that. So that's why I said that. I'm not saying
They just think about.
That's what I say. That's what. Go ahead.
They just think about the bird sign, and I know I can only speak for myself. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But then I see the traits for other people, and I wonder why do they feel comfortable in it? Just like somebody else too will be asking me, why do you feel comfortable?
Because at the end of the day, you see, there's a way you're wired, or there's a way you're wired, or maybe because you read a couple of times, you start to wire yourself like that too. Your brain starts to incline. I don't know. So there are a whole lot of factors, and I have reached the point in my life where I'm like, I'm beginning to define what cheating is. It's crazy how it is, but I begin to understand that. What if that's what life is? You read the Bible from beginning to beginning to the end. It's all cheating.
You cannot just accept it. See, that's why I never wanted. That's why I tried to snatch myself out of that zodiac thing. I literally snatched myself.
I know. I'm not disputing that. You see, this way I take it. This is the element where I take it from, whether from the Bible or wherever it is. But I've also noticed that all those same people that you criticize or something, they were the people that Christ said they are his own.
I know.
David, Samson. So at the end of the day, Jacob.
The woman, the woman of a stone here. So at the
end of the day, so at the end of the day, this is where I'm going. I'm beginning to say that God really don't care.
Yeah,
that's the part that is the part that I see he has allowed us as human beings to play around.
So why don't you focus on that and make a message out of it? Like, well, I feel like you will grow into it. But because it looks like you try to shove off everything, God, like you're just
there's a lot of message I'm saying. It's slowly, I'm trying to delve into that relationship message. And bring my own point of view to people that look. I'm getting to a point in my life. I'm like, God, it's just where I'm going to and like, God really don't care. It's to me, it's like people go to God and say, look at David, he's sleeping now. He just slept on that person where God be like, I really don't give a shit. Next, I'm like, but you're God. To me,
I think those people's attitudes also have a lot
to be like, and God will be like, I created Goliath. and I watch David cut his head. So which one is what, cheating or cutting head? If I can watch someone cut the head of another creation I created, you think it's the cheating that is my problem? I am a God of a bigger things. Like cheat. In fact, when you cheat with this person, which met with this person is the equation of that person, so that when you see that person come out, that person doesn't have any glory. Because I've made the person understand that the generation we are coming from is a generation of a lot of broken people. So you have no right to tell anybody morally that you are greater than that person, but I'll make you great. So at the end of the day, like, God does not think the way we think. So don't give yourself headache. So that's the reason why I said we are all broken. And because we are all broken, I don't worry myself. My own is to manage my brokenness. You guys my brokenness.
I have a pastor from school, and then we were sort of really just close. Like we were just supposed to go ahead and marry each other, but for some reason, it took another toll. Like that, it just went another route. After NYC, he married someone else. He has 3 children, and because of course he's a doctor. So if I have medical related issues, it's usually like my first go-to person and all of that. And for every time, that thing is always ignited again. And I'll be like, Ewa, she, but it's Gemini.
It never ends.
But it's Gemini. No, because it's Gemini. Do you understand? He's wired like that. He doesn't even see anything wrong in it. And as in, he's okay talking about everything I want to talk about. He's okay even saying, oh, he wish he didn't even do this. He wish he didn't go. And I'm like, so I don't get swayed away by it. I just think he's finding it comfortable because nobody else will be this comfortable. It is because it's Gemini. So I just allow him, and when I'm done, I just
if that's where you see it, fine.
I just detach myself from,
and so what I do, I tell people. So before I didn't tell people, this time now, I use the way tobacco company does it. You know, let people know that you are hazardous. Let people know. They say tobacco smoking is what? Dangerous
to the health.
Yes, you can do this, can lead to this and this. So when I meet people, maybe a lady or something, I go say, look, I'm like this. You know, I tell them, look, I'm like chocolates.
What happened to 1 hour? I also deliberately, I just, apart from the fact that we're having interesting conversation, I'm also looking out for this Zoom thing. I think we've gone back to 1 hour. We should have been here for over 40 minutes since the second.
Yeah, I think so.
Since the second login.
I think so. So I tell people. So I've noticed that approach really works. You let people know.
That you're hazardous.
Not hazardous in a sense, but I tell people that, look, I'm like chocolate. Once you taste it, you always say, this chocolate is not that sweet, it's not that nice. But you notice that when you bite one, you want to bite a bit more. Before you know, you're finished with chocolates. So
what is that?
I'm addictive. So I tell people that, look, if you want to be my friend, you must know right from the beginning. Tell yourself right from the beginning what you want from me. Because you can be carried away with my charisma and everything and say, and you may not know when to draw your own line.
Yeah, that's why it's important to be smart. That's why it's important to be intelligent. Yeah. Because me, so I found it difficult to, maybe it was as I was growing in life, maybe part of the challenges of being an older single lady. Do you understand? Like, this guy comes my way, and then I'll now be trying to figure out, when is he going to call back? When is he going to text? Do I text? Do I not text? I'm like, who is this person? How do I quickly decode this person? So the first conversation, I try my best to drive it to the point where he tells me I'm born on so dates. Once I pick that one, I know how to see him. Do you understand? So there was a time there was a terrorist around me. Oh, terrorists, they're annoying. at least they're annoying to me. Do you understand? They don't want to go out. They don't want to leave their comfort zone. Do everything you want to do. Oh, mama chat here, mama buy or lórí phone ni. Kò ní ever sọ fún ẹ pé jẹ́ ká jáde, jẹ́ ká pàdé ni. And me, I want to, do you understand? I want to go out. I want to meet you again. Do you understand? But then you will not get them out of the house. And they are very, very stubborn. They're like homebodies. Those middle April, early May, end of April, beginning of May, they will not go out. They like to be secure. Like, okay, so for me, I'm very adventurous. I believe that we'll cross a bridge when we get to it and all of that. Them, they want to figure out everything. They want to know how much they need to survive between now and 10 years. And they want to figure out how that money will be present in the bag, right? And I'm like, you worry too much. I ain't gonna worry about it.
True. Everybody has their own.
It doesn't make me less. Do you understand? It doesn't make me less. And you are also comfortable in who you are. I'm just saying that this is the best way I can relate with you, you know, because of this ideology that you have and everything. So all that stubbornness, all that just playing around me and everything. So what I'm trying to say is when I just meet people like that, you know, I feel like it's important to use your intelligence. Do you get? I feel like it's important for you. Maybe it also comes with maturity and growth. True. I mean, to be hard for me to say.
I agree.
I don't know what I'm doing again.
and that's what that's what you talk about today when we talk about failures and all this. Experiences, they're the best teacher. I think for me, I'm almost numb for a lot of things. I'm always nothing really surprises me. Nothing really. There's nothing. There's some books I've read. I'm like, oh, this person did this. I'm like, really? I'm like, really? You know, so I'm like, nothing surprises. At the end of the day, I've learned to say, I say, there's something I read one book. It says, we all humans, we are all animals trying to be human beings. The moment you see yourself, the moment everybody I try, I like to see the animals in people. So this guy is like an owl. So I enjoy this when I go on the ground train, maybe in some part of Europe. I know people come into the train, people are seated. I just watch people's faces and try to kind of decode what's going on in their head, you know, from what they're wearing, their shoes. Oh, this person's like this, so this person probably be a fox, you know, maybe trying to hunt this. It's at the end of the day, you find that most of these people are not really far away from those things. So don't give yourself a headache. We're all human beings, regardless of how dignified they carry themselves. We are all broken. We are all, some of us are quite shallow. We are all, you know, we're all battling some of our fears, insecurities.
And even what makes us shine sometimes can just be providence. It's not like anything barbara that you did. And that's what happened to all of these people. Surely during lockdown here, as in Jumoke Adenowo. Is it Jumoke Adenowo? Is it Ibukwan Wushika? Do you understand? Like, there was just a tipping point for them. A tipping point. Do you understand? They may have been consistent at what they were doing. They may have suffered. Do you understand? But all of those things were just periods of uncertainty. They didn't even know that what they were doing was going to come out like this. That's the case. Because I'm sorry, if you now want to go and base your life on just looking at them on Instagram, you just enter depression. I literally unfollowed John Obidio. I unfollowed him. But sorry, I detest Virgos. Like, I just, I'm not joking. My brother in the office is like that. And I keep praying for the day that something will happen, that I will feel bad. And I'm already preparing myself emotionally for it. Do you understand? The day is going to say, I've done something that is really stupid and all of that and all of that. So I really don't like Virgos. This is my sister too that I told you sends your profile to me. Is also Virgo. They are perfectionists. Do you understand? So, but I believe that John Obidi has packaging and all of that, but there was just a tipping point. I believe it started somewhere. I believe it was some person who heard him, you know, maybe in a Zoom meeting or something, that opened him up to another bigger platform. And then they now come on Instagram, they're now looking all decked up, all packaged, and you want to get intimidated. More follower. I mean, I love build capacity, but matter because I have to like now look inwards. Do you get? And I think it was also at that point in time that God was dealing with me on certain things. You know, I told you I left my job, and then there was Corona lockdown, and then I was in my sister's house and everything. I was like, there has to be something to do. Do you understand? There has to be something to do and all. So I became
self-motivation.
I became more prayerful. I became more prayerful. And then I'm someone who has been so interested in this mentoring issue. Like I have notes and notes on it, on my thoughts about it. I've been through some disappointing scenarios. Do you understand? And I feel like, oh, just if you have been through this, how about other people out there? And I'm still going through some stuff. I have close friends who are going through some stuff, you get, especially when it comes to this mentoring ish. So I have notes. Every time I look into the Bible, it's as if I'm seeing mentoring things. I'll be telling you about how Elizabeth mentored Mary. I'm sure you never thought of something like that. Do you get? I'll be seeing funny stuff, you know, from different things that you didn't even think was a mentoring relationship. You get? So on that day, I had just, you know, it was in the morning, I had just woken up or something, and I found myself writing outline as if I want to write a book, you know, about mentoring. I was just writing outline. And then I made a couple of calls, or maybe someone called me randomly, and then the person started saying, when are you going to start your own thing? You keep posting other people's video on your WhatsApp status. You keep posting this, you keep putting that up. When are you going to do your own? Because these are people that I discuss with one-on-one, and they feel like, content. Might have a consulting session, and I don't joke with the things I say. I tell them, get a pen and paper. Do you understand? If someone comes to me with a problem, I say, are you listening? Do you have a pen and a paper? Because that may be your solution. That's one thing about it. So, because at that point, you know, something just takes over, and then you feel like you're actually talking to yourself because you don't know where it came from. So I tell them, get a pen and paper. So the same person comes like, when are you going to start your own? You have to stop posting other people's own. You need to start posting your own. The following day, someone else again called and said, this is the time to start. When are you going to start posting up your own? So I said, so what is my call? What is my pain? Because it is from my pain that I can also now derive my passion and my purpose and all. So, okay, kini mentoring, do you get? So to just be able to help other people. A lot of people want to be mentored. A lot of people want to get it right. Nigeria is not just what it is, because, like you said, that was why I told you to repeat that part. Like, people didn't just find themselves in the ghetto. The society put them there. Do you understand? So it's not like they don't want to come out of it. I don't know if you saw this video of Pastor Tony Rapo on the boy he brought
this lady. There's the one he did with a lady. I think it was a lady.
I know the one trending now is a small boy. Once buried Johnny many years ago. He picked the boy from a drug-infested, alcohol-raided community and cleaned the boy up, took the boy to a rehab center. Today, the boy is a grown-up guy, I think studying law or something. So they did the video of the entire process from when he was a little child who was high on drug and alcohol and was saying, Pastor Tony, that kind of thing. And today is where he is. So, and that is what Lagos is, my brother. Instagram. It's part of what I'm thinking, you know, during this my period of moving back, that Larry Olushola Fela Duro Toye, Jumoke Adenowo, they think they're going to change the world. They're going to change Nigeria, right? It's okay. It's fine. But the question I have is, majority of the youth in this Nigeria that will execute that change, because if they think they want, whatever they're doing now, they're doing it for us, the younger ones. They're doing it for their own children. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
We who will execute their plans and all their desires, majority of us, we were the ones looting. We are not on Instagram 24/7 like they are. They'll be doing money haste, come and make money every 2 days. The people watching him are people who work in oil companies who have free Wi-Fi. Go to Mushi. I had a call to go there some weeks ago. A friend of mine lost her mom, and the mom died in one hospital in that place. Today, the stench, I was speaking Yoruba to them because I didn't know my way. It was in the night. I was speaking Yoruba. They were looking at me like my Yoruba was a different type of Yoruba because they had a different outlook. They are a different set of people. How do we reach those people? Because at the end of the day, by 2023 bad day, it is those people who will change their mind. Because now we are saying it like prophecy. We will never forget. We will never forget. Like it Toge massacre. We will never forget.
True.
Those people with 5,000 naira, they will go back to destroy election ballot boxes and do everything these politicians want. Because to bad day penye. So wonder do you understand that is this a part of Lagos? So there's a huge disparity between the rich and the poor. You and I, Toropa, middle class, we are a minute minority. Do you understand the gap between the rich and the poor? So I'm like,
True.
how do I reach these influencers to tell them, okay, let's find a middle ground? People like myself and you are the go-betweens. Do you get? Let us watch you guys on Instagram. Tell us what you want to see about Nigeria. Do you get? And then we think of how to interpret all of these things and get it to the grassroots and actually begin to see how we can change the mindset of the people. Because I see some young folks also doing that, but especially with the recent protests and everything, the guys who have been going around in Aja and all of that, trying to talk to people and change their mindsets and all. So either it's not structured enough, or maybe these guys also have ulterior motives of becoming political leaders. Do you understand? Maybe in the next 5-8 years or something and all. But whatever the case is, I just have a burden for the majority that are in the slums. They don't even, school is not even anything that is on their mind. They just want to be making ends meet, and whatever it is they even earn, they want to use it on drugs and alcohol. And that, do you see how we display drugs in Lagos? Like without any shame. Even okay, I live in Obalende, Dolphin, Ikoyi, thereabouts. Obalende, one estate in Dami. I see them. They buy it. They said they expose it openly. It's there, and this is just Obalende that it's open. How much more other places? In fact, Lano, we're coming from my friend's mom's wake, and one place I go there is a church. Me or fancy too big. In fact, the fence itself was painted as the church logo, brand, and everything. There's even one way stay connected so that I can stay protected. Lara church one malam selling indomie, and then one woman with the bucket of all those sachets. Church. I was telling someone, I said it's not because the church is not effective. No, it is the overpowering nature of that system. That system seems to overshadow whatever it is that the church wants to do. So I'm just there, taking one step at a time. This is what I'm doing. So that was how SOA came about. And, I was thinking of the name, what it was going to be. I watched a few of Adeno's pictures, and I saw where, a few of her videos, rather. I saw where, she started off as a prayer spiritual person, you get. And then she took all these guys under her wings.
Jumoke is the architect, right?
Yeah, the architect. She took these guys
but
under
she's a beautiful
her
architect first. But remember, she was a beautiful architect first.
Yes, excellent firm and all of that.
So that's what drew the attention, that if you're a good architect, you can also. So that's the attention. So when people should remember, you must remember that she was first an architect, and she was excellent at it. And because she was that, a lot of women kind of followed her. So therefore,
I think her personality,
owe them a voice.
Her personality also played out in her job. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. I feel like there's no need to box people. You need to let people find who they are and express themselves in whatever way they can. Jumoke, I didn't know anything. She's so classy. That's okay, right? And mentoring structure to only feel pay for you to be able to even come close to her. You must be able to afford certain things. You must have certain amounts. You must be able to. I think our mentoring sessions are even monetized. You get. But in those days when she just felt like pouring into people, knowing that those people, she can shoot them up. You get. He poured into them. Jimmy Tewe, Steve Harris, you get. Before Steve Harris even started carrying Bankole along and everything like that. So I'm sure those ones were able to just learn what they needed to learn from her. It doesn't mean that the fact that Jumoke is an excellent person in architecture today, Jimmy Tewe is excellent in writing. Do you get? Or that Jimmy Tewe has an excellent consulting firm. Do you understand? No. Jimmy Tewe is just the Raz Sanguine, pastoring and doing what he wants to do, saying whatever he wants to say, anyhow he wants to say it. As long as you cheer him up and all, that's good for him. Do you understand? So
yeah, absolutely.
They don't have to now make that mentoring thing difficult today. Do you understand? They don't have to make it difficult.
So you feel the structure that is on ground right now, it's played out. It means it has its own limitations right now.
Yes.
Or do you think it has reached it? So you feel that structure has reached its own limitation, that is only attractive to people on a certain level, and with that structure, it can't go beyond that parameter. You are looking at something and
they may not be able to.
Domain.
They may not be able to have the kind of reach that they are supposed to have. So the public speaker I told you about that I did some things for in the past couple of months. He went a different route. He didn't follow their own approach, which was what attracted me to him. So what he was doing was to gather us up in Zoom and do free sessions for us. Do you understand? And I realized that this person has a wider reach than all of them, which may not translate into number of followers on Instagram. But goodwill, word of mouth, pé ẹni yìí mọ man yìí, ó dẹ̀ sọ nǹkan tó dáa nípa man yìí pé this man will go any lengths to do this and that for you. Do you understand? The man does not build a wall around himself. Your video is gone. The man does not build a wall around himself. Do you understand? I have never met him. That's another thing. Tunde, this man I told you about, Ati Pade in person, Ashema Pade next week, because I'm on his team organizing an annual event that he does. So I'm on that team. But I have never met him. And everybody in class thinks, oh, Tosin is this man's favorite. Like Tosin just, do you get? And a lot of them still do not know. But yeah, because we just finished the whole 6-month session. We do it twice in a week. Yeah, we do it twice every week. The only time we didn't do was the protest week. So I've never even met him. So I'm like, why the caging? Why the fencing? Why the you must be able to do this, you must be that. And when you're teaching what Gardener Woman celebrates the page, they are not the regular me and you. Do you get? But that's okay if she feels she has been able to make a name for herself. You get? But if they feel okay, that is how Nigeria will change. If they feel that it's like you said earlier also, that it's the responsibility of everybody must be carried along, right? So maybe their own parts of the puzzle.
So carry 5 people.
It's just to remain it's just to remain on Instagram and do what. So it feels like I'm just carrying the burden of translating what they are saying, right, to the grassroots. Do you understand? And you know, driving whatever I need to drive in the grassroots. And so I'm just taking one step at a time. If you ask me now, Tani audience is so amaje, I'm not particularly sure that it will be the Instagram people that will cut it. Do you understand? I'm going to do what I need to do on Instagram. What Instagram is going to do for me is to project that image of what I'm doing, so that when it's time for people to when it's time for me to invite, you know, other speakers who will do specialized talk, because speakers are like in grades, and that's why the whole thing is coming in seasons. Do you get? So I could want to go to season 2, and you know, let's say I have almost 40 topics that I want to do already on season 2. I need to now find all the people who will come to at a particular level, and I'll make sure that all the speakers at that level are playing in the same space. Not like I'll go and bring somebody from up there and bring them to that, then it causes a mismatch. So that's part of what I am doing. And then audience for SOA. So the Instagram is just going to do the building for me, so that, you know, when I invite this person, they're able to check and see the trend, and then see, okay, this is what this person has done, and then maybe also go to listen to some episodes. And you know, this kind of conversation we even had today, you felt a bit freer. You were not under that pressure of who is listening to me. Okay, my Insta life is now shooting up to 200 people. It has now reached 400 people. You get, or oh, there are just 3 people watching, and then that's reduced to 2, and then that's reduced to 1. Do you know it can affect what you're saying?
Yeah, you feel what you're saying is boring. That people are just saying.
And you are not even, then you are even worried as to why you are unable to keep them, you know, watching and all. But all of that tension is what I have eradicated here now. You get. But if I want to put the audio on YouTube, I can do it. All I need to do is mix it up with the SOA image and everything, put it up on YouTube, push it out, promote it, do everything, get a lot of people to come and listen, and they'll be blessed for it, you know, that kind of thing. So the thing is, for SOA, I feel like the audience who will actually be impacted may not, I should not expect them to come from Instagram. Not like I won't push it, I'll push it, but I shouldn't expect, because of the people I want to reach. So I'm looking at all of these ASU guys that have been on strike, you know, in their various campuses.
Yeah, but a lot of them are also on Instagram too.
But do they have the money to stay on Instagram till they see your post? That's the thing. You and I see everything, because at will we go. It's because I've been there before. I know what it means to buy 3.5 gig for a month.
Yeah, but what you also have to see is that you have to understand that at the same time, data will only get cheaper.
Hopefully.
No, it's not hopefully.
No,
it's just
that's what it should be.
It's a currency. It's
just
a currency.
Maybe it's taking too long.
It's taking too long, but it will only get cheaper, because you see, the drivers of the industry, it's look, there's still much more. It's like how bankers are struggling to say there are a lot of people that are unbanked yet. You know that. They are struggling to decode those numbers. They saw those flaws when they know a lot of people are having challenges when they're doing transfers or people don't have enough e-banking platforms and all that. How they know that, man, only about just really 20% of Nigerians really have a proper account and they're using it. They are now saying that if a bank with a detailed structure unlock that non-bankers, that bank might be number one bank in less than 5 years and buy 90% of all the other banks. They know. Yes. Everybody now know. So people are now thinking, how do I get about it? The same thing with the telecom industry and everything. They all know that there's a large pool of how do we get people. So brands like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they're thinking how they can directly get into that system whereby you can plug in almost with little or no data. You know why? Their business is in the business of knowing you. It's in the business of selling you to the consumer. So the more of you, as little as wherever you are, they can drag out. You feel me?
At more numbers, no cost.
Show cost. The more numbers they can show. Remember I talked about this. So let's use the Nino Lobos method. Nino Lobos has 3.something million. The more you can show that, look, I have 3 million. Therefore, if I'm going to hold this bottle, 3 million people may drink it. Those 3 million people will not drink it, but it's just the idea that 3 million people may drink. So you are saying about that, if 2 million people buy our bottle in 1 week alone, how much are we even paying in on the wholesale? Okay, give him his 5 million naira. Yeah, it's going to be 5 million naira. That's what Google is going to do. The more they can tell the advertising company, advertising industry has changed. The more they can tell through analytics and say, look, we are Instagram. In Nigeria alone, Nigerian population is 240 million. We have 185 million people that are following on our platform. Are you getting my point? And we have that demographic to sell any product to you. So if we are selling clay pots and want some guy in Mushi to buy it, we know the people in Mushi. On that Mushi, you just see that data. We have 30 million people on Mushi. Is that what you want? Is that okay?
Data no.
So does
data no.
Oh, it's good. No. So eventually, what you're going to keep doing is finding software, device, technology to make it cheaper. Guess what? They are the ones with the billions of dollars. If Macadamia is still struggling, if Nigeria is still struggling, they are the ones that say, you know what, Nigeria, don't worry. Just give us a license to build. I guess my point.
Mm-hmm.
And they will start to build their systems because what they're looking at is, they are thinking long term. Mm-hmm. They are thinking, so within 2 years, you find out almost everybody in Mushin can buy data as low as 5 naira and last them for 2 months. You get my point? Mm-hmm. They may not watch all the videos, but they can watch enough.
Now at your wit's end, but still in areas of work. After several failed attempts at getting a mentor, you are now at your wit's end, but still desire counsel in areas of work, lifestyle, relationship, and spiritual growth. Like other young people, you are asking, how do I learn the pathways to success and how to transverse them? Are there questions you wish?
Wait, can you hear me?
Your voice in it?
Yeah. Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you right now.
Okay, so now listen to this thing that you're about to hear. Mm-hmm. You understand? Listen to this. Let me know if it's clear.
After several failed attempts at getting a mentor, you are now at your wit's end, but still desire counsel in areas.
Can you hear? Did you hear that?
Yeah, now it's your waste
of work, lifestyle, relationship, and spiritual growth. Like other young people, you are asking, how do I learn the pathways to success and how to transverse them? Are there questions you wish an expert could help you answer? Do you need professionals to share insights on how to achieve your goals? Soar, a talk show and safe space that drives good interactions with life coaches and professional mentors from various walks of life, providing mentoring conversations, live Q&A sessions, motivations, and prayers. Join via the following steps: download, create, follow, and share, because mentoring is just a click away.
Okay. So that's the idea. Can you hear me?
Absolutely, I heard everything. Great,
Yeah,
brilliant.
I did that video since lockdown, April. Like when those ideas came to me, like I just went straight into action. Like me, Duro, because I noticed one of my strengths is starting. You get, and my previous boss, he knew me for that. Every time, most of the statements I'm always hearing from him is those things. So I wanted to come up with. I wanted to come up with. I wanted to come up with. So I know that I'm good at starting. You get. What I usually need to do is just surround myself with people who are able to continue, after I have started. So I basically walk through people and in a structure so that whatever it is I want to achieve, I pass it through people because I can lose that steam. So hopefully at some point I would have been able to pour out into someone and then they can continue. So ideas. I just got on Instagram, who can do this for me? Who can do that? So I just contacted someone who did a doodle video or so. But it's just the audio that I'm sharing for now. Like you just got to listen to it. But it also came out nice. It had theme colors, it had images and all of that. So at least I have that in place, and I just needed to hear it, like so that you know we are going somewhere.
It's nice. It's nice. It's really nice.
So you're telling me about data and
yeah, I'm just saying that just give it time. I see it being, India has unlocked that kind of capacity. I see that thing being unlocked in Nigeria as well. It's been slow, but it will. So that's why I said that even those in Moshi, even those everywhere, all one team. Everybody wants to do what the big boys are doing.
Nigeria has its own peculiarity.
I know. I'm just speaking that.
Maybe you should take a stroll to those places one day.
I do very well. I do that. I can't connect to see. I am saying that as at now, yes, you require you physically. Look, even if everybody in Nigeria has access to the internet one-on-one, day to day, you still need to get out of your comfort zone and connect, immerse yourself with that environment to get them out. You get my point? They need to know that you can get there and get out. How do you think Christ worked? Christ will go into an environment, plug himself in that environment, and also show you another life. I get my point? He tells the tax collector, I'm coming to your house to chop dinner. Like, tax collector, that coward, that's something. It's like, guy, forget that one. We'll all be sinners. We will go there. And he made people see that we are all sinners. And that's the way I tell people that we are all broken. So me, I'm using sin, I use what we're all broken. The moment you are doing self-righteousness by saying, I'm better than this person. Well, we're all broken. The moment you see that we're all broken, so what Christ will do, will go into your brokenness, make you see it, and make you see that, you know what? It's okay to be broken. But you can put yourself together and still be a beautiful vase and still inhabit things inside of you that are good. That's all. But you're still broken. You feel me? He reminds everybody that we are broken. Don't worry, it's okay. That's the part we need to get everybody to know, that we're all broken. So you see somebody that say, wow, those slums, those stouts, those ones are broken. Me, I'm not broken. We are all broken.
Absolutely. It is well, Jay.
Slowly get everybody out of it. We'll do that, okay? Is that good?
Yes.
So the session we did today, is this something we have to wait for a while for it to upload it? Or is it something you can get or is it something you can get some shots, so I can put it on my WhatsApp and Instagram and tell people that, hey, guys, I did something video, look out for it in a couple of weeks. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly, that kind of thing. So I'm looking at a few weeks from now, I will just send you all of the published publicity,
but there's no way you can do I'm just saying this out of my thoughts. There's no way you can do like a 1 minute or 1 minute 30 seconds, like part of the key topic. Like say it's like how you do movies that they have their what's that in movies they do? Is it previews?
Behind the scenes or
no, not previews. No, like it's a preview now. When you do a movie, they show you the preview of the movie.
Yeah,
it's a preview, isn't it?
It's a preview. Tamawo lori website Silverbird, Silverbird.
But I don't know, just keep my head. But that 30
that thing, yeah,
intro that just gives you an insight of what this will look like.
Yeah, that may even for our own now, because your background is really beautiful and it's something I like to showcase. so I can cut, join it together in like 30 seconds, 1 minute. You get make it more
30 seconds so that I can
embellish it with other stuff. And then the first thing is to send all of it to you first and tell you this is what we want to do. Are you okay with it? Is it are you good with it? Is it fine? You say it's okay. We give you the go ahead to share everyone, while we also go ahead to share as in or the way it's Mumashe blow up Kini and Instagram, and it will be so fine because people got to wonder, who is this person? Who are these people? What are they doing? Because another thing is, like, you now know that I'm going to be speaking with other people as well. In fact, like from tomorrow, everything is. I didn't know what I was getting into, honestly, until when I actually started and I realized it was overwhelming. So even in this season 1, like all the guests are divided into 3 groups. But in Gotimoloshenike, I reached out to everybody at once. So I got a response from everybody at the same time. I now had the challenge of now discussing with each person one by one. I don't know if you understand. The first few messages you got from me were probably just copy and paste. I was just changing name. Copy and paste. I was just changing name. But when I got everybody's email address, it was still easy. I just had to create a folder and do everybody's separate letters, and then I sent to each person. But when I now got their phone numbers, and the conversation got personal, because that conversation needs to get personal. I can't just get you on Zoom and start to talk to you without having a feel of who you are. If you notice, Mutin style, Vienna questions and everything. So I need to have a feel of who you are, and I should know what to expect, be able to deal with you according to who you are. Like, I have a Ghanaian tomorrow, and I've noticed the peculiarity of his own style, from the few conversations I've had with him. So I don't have to be uncomfortable when I start to discuss with him. Do you understand? I know what to expect, I have another lady, most of the people they worry just on Instagram. So there are people that Mulo befriend, from all these major speakers. So I know that there's a way the algorithm of Instagram works that such that by the time I begin to do this sponsored ads, I used to be very active on Instagram. I used to do morning, afternoon, and night. Post. My consistency was out of this world. My friends started asking me when I reclined, what happened? All the people that dared me and said they will see how I'll cross 1,000. They didn't know that I was working hard at it. But all of a sudden, I just reclined. So the people I have followed are also people who have followed all these top speakers. So there's a way Instagram will simulate everything together that by the time
it's an algorithm, analytics.
Exactly. By the time I pay, by the time I begin to, post more and everything, Kini and Mawa are visible, at least to an extent.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? So the idea is to now have a flyer that has, my picture and all our pictures, the same proportion and everything. People are just going to wonder what's happening here. Do you understand? And it's not going to be as if it's one person in limelight. They're even going to wonder, okay, are all of us sitting together in a place to have the conversation?
Simply have some question.
And everything.
Yeah, good.
So, and when something is pre-recorded, it helps you to be more deliberate about how you want to present it. Do you understand?
True.
So you will see me say, okay, watch out for this and this and this and that, because I know what we have already discussed. Do you understand? There were a few things that I have a page for you, right? Timothy everything. what to stand out, you get. So there's a way I can package all of that message, put it in graphics, right? This is what people are doing. By the way, I have trustees. I have 5 trustees, right? Yeah. So they are also seemingly notable people in their own respect. So I give them step-by-step update on what's going on. And sometimes they ask me. So when I do this kind of thing to say this is what to expect, for this broadcast and everything, I also should give them all that prior information.
So kind of feedback.
Yeah, I want to throwing input to what they can like it so much they can decide to put it up on their page. Do you understand? And then we do the broadcast. For now, I don't know where I'm getting the strength, but I am not so concerned about the limited, how would I put it, demographic, quote and unquote, on MixLR, or the unpopularity of the app, because I know that in some circles it is really popular. So with the use of media, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, different groups, do you understand? And maybe a few influence that I have also, especially with young people, any form of group. I don't mind writing a letter, like to group admins, and say, please, this is what I want to achieve. I am begging you, just put up this link on your group at so time. We're airing, and I want your people to listen. Do you understand? So that's part of what needs to be done. So once I'm done, to prepare graphics to upload immediately after the broadcast. As a broadcast, the time by what to miss delay. Bye. So watch out for this and that. Next one. Do you get? Next person comes up and all of that. So you're looking sleepy.
Me? Am I? I was actually thinking about something while you were talking.
Okay. Well, that's where we are. Well, that's where we are.
That's a lot of work.
But
that's a lot of work. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Hope you have a team.
It's just me, oh.
No, you need to build a team.
It's just me and my notepad. This book now is this way I'm going to say,
this way you need to build a team. It's not necessarily about money. It's about even if they have cash to pay them. There are people out there that don't mind doing something. You know what I'm saying?
I have a photographer and a graphic designer. The guy who coached me.
Yeah, but you might also need someone to also help you with your typewriting. So like maybe 2 other young people. Some they could even be in university, year 2. They want to be doing. They want to be. They want to be. If you put it, let me tell you, put an ad out right now, Instagram, Facebook. They're looking for freelance. So somebody will show up. Say, guy, I'll give you 10K every month or 2. It's just what you do for me. You don't need to be around me. I'll just send this to you. Help me put this together. So that way, what that does is that it allows you to move faster. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen in your head right now, you're trying to do so much because you feel I have to do it. But it gets to a point whereby you have to what? You have to create a system. Like I said, that's what I love from the doctor's system. This is not. It allows you to, you're lighter, you're more agile, and you can do more, and it allows you to think more. If not, you spend more time in the process rather than the thinking.
And the execution.
Yeah, and thinking, then execution. See, there's something I posted today, I was sending you the link, whereby part of the skills required in future is what critical thinking, analytics. Very few people with critical thinkers because they're overwhelmed with a lot of things. People need to see you and say, man, this guy is profound in his thought. They can take you and say, come on, do something for them in Google. Take you, come and do something in Pepsi. Because they know that you think through the process.
But it's not like if I get someone now, you see, I like to grow through the ranks. I like to do it first. Do you understand?
I'm not saying why you are doing that first. Even while you are doing that first.
I like to do it
some
first.
Things that
the thing I can pass on now are the designs you get. And even the feedback I'm getting from the designs, not impressive. So maybe there's also this, I'm trying to deal with my perfectionism, as it were. So, so the designs, let me pass it on. Let me pass it on to someone else.
Yeah.
I'll pay for that. But the I'm not doing letters for now. I need to just contact people right now, and I can't delegate that because I'm the one who will eventually be speaking with these people. So I'm still the one to contact them. They need to feel me. They need to also feel me to know me. And story time zone difference, everything. Shan, about my dream,
for different people.
Week Thanksgiving, that's their week. So you know, I have to sort that out also, and whatever God wants you to do, I believe that He embraces you. So it's also one of the reasons I no longer feel bad that I resigned from my work again, because where I am now, it's like I'm just leveraging on everything. I'm that person who will be going home for weekend, and I'll carry the office Wi-Fi. Do you understand? And then I bring the office Wi-Fi home to do all my Zoom meetings. Like I'm literally just leveraging on everything. I didn't bring it home. Though.
There's nothing wrong. Leverage is your time.
It's part of leverage. Is part of business. You know.
Yeah, leverage. That doctor's place. Doctor gave me his office for free. One spot in his office.
You didn't have to pay rent.
It was a leverage. Because what we agree is that doctor. You know, so at one point I was almost coming to the office almost every other day to fine-tune some things for them. And I was like, I'm also doing my own stuff. So let me just be this space here. I think was the work part of the staircase. Like, this is massive. There's nothing happening. Is it okay?
Let's just do something.
Is it okay I use this space as my space? Let me have my own chair. And I was like, sure. As if why did you ask since? I was like, okay. Therefore,
and then receiving your clients there.
Right from there, my complimentary card had Dr.
Address.
VI. So like this guy, you don't get offer from VI. I say, yeah, and then you pay big money, yeah. You know, so I tell you that graphics paid my office space graphics, even though I didn't pay cash. In fact, they were paying me for using the office space again for free. So you must learn to know how to negotiate. That's just it. Just the ability is not what we should talk about. The ability to negotiate. A lot of people don't know how to negotiate, and you can't negotiate if you don't know what you're worth. That's the truth. A lot of people don't know. That's why people do a lot of mistakes in marriage. They don't know what they're worth, so they just pick someone and say, okay, this is it. That should be the toughest decision you have to make in your life. You must go through a whole lot of analytic decisions where you can say this is the guy, because at the end of the day, that guy can make or break you. Because he now has 50% stake in your life. That's dangerous. How can you have a moron have 50% stake in your day-to-day life? That's disaster in waiting. And that's where a lot of people find themselves. And they want to wave it up like, nah, it really doesn't matter. It's torture. Then there's work. Then there's work. The kind of work you do, that too has a strong influence in your marriage. Because your work too can literally bend your marriage. If your marriage doesn't have a strong elastic limit, it will just snap. A lot of factors. Managing children and dealing with children, it's another factor. So the first factor is starting with the right guy. Then the other thing, the bending load, to start adding those things to your marriage, work, and children. Those are the two heavy factors. If you don't have the right guy to kind of give you guidelines to show that those things, or you just see that you're not carrying the whole load. Though. Just a guy, your shoulder not do this thing now. You don't say you thought past me now. You thought past me. They carry them, they go. You now you carry the whole load for your head though. You get my point.
Well, you're absolutely right too. You're right. A friend called me. One of the flyers I sent to you, the lady doing the during the teenagers stuff, I did the parents out. So I would say she was trying to. I would say she was giving word of encouragement. She was saying it with caution. So she was saying that some things you don't have, some things you're praying for, which in this case is husband. She was just using style to say like, don't feel bad that you don't have those things. Or sometimes it is better not to have them at all. That look at this scenario now. One of her close friends in Abuja. Got married to this guy. Obviously, the guy is a Casanova. He works in a radio house, and the guy sleeps with other women outside, doesn't come home. So but all through the weekend. So what's the way of one ní radio station nítorí coronavirus wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn lọ sílé. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹ pé o lè jẹ́ kíyàwó ẹ̀ wá join ẹ̀ níbẹ̀ kẹjọ wà níbẹ̀ irọ́ ó yarí. So the lady has a child for the guy already. They got married. So, the lady is now overwhelmed. She's overburdened. She can't even handle the child alone. My friend kept saying, she can't even just say, because the guy has just become totally, absent from the house. And she kept saying that this her friend is a very gentle girl. She has never been a notorious person. She's very gentle, but she saw the signs that, this is my friend that Gogo told that girl that, this is not the guy, because this guy does this guy does that. And she responded that, no, what's change? So, what you're saying is right. So she was telling me, not in a bid to justify singlehood, but just a bit or to justify the waiting, as it were. But I think it was to justify the waiting. Yeah, it was not a way to justify the non-desirability, if anything like that ever existed. But it was a way to justify the waiting. It is just okay for you to wait for what is best, because at the end of the day, many things will begin to weigh on you. So the lady in question wants to leave the marriage, leave the guy, leave her job in Abuja to come stay with family in Lagos. And my friend said she advised her not to do that. At best, move out of the house, but not to leave job, because job will still fetch you money rather than come to Lagos and become a burden on your family and all of that. So what you're saying is right. If it's a consolation in any way for me.
Yes. Yeah. Don't worry. Well, there's even that theory I've been reading a lot of on, the theory of romanticism, the theory of love, the theory of classic love or classicism. It's something I've been reading about, that, the love that we project, that we kind of understand right now. There's another way to see it, classic, whereby you can see different dimensions on how you can navigate yourself around this idea of love that
sounds like a Max Weber kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, but it's those things that kind of exist. The way we don't, some of this has already existed for just human being kind of, romanticism theory kind of played well out in Europe, and we kind of declined the idea of classicism, whereby classicism was more like the idea of love, knowing that, look, you need to understand, so right now, romanticism plays on the notion of spontaneity. How do you meet your guy? How do you know it's the guy? Oh, we just met him, love at first sight. That's romanticism. As in, what is the logic behind that? Your heart just said that's the guy. How do you know? What are the parameters? That's not marriage before. That was not the theory of love before. The theory of you getting together before initially was family arranged it based on land or based on cattle. That's where people married, knowing that for a marriage to succeed, there has to be resources that can bind you guys together so you guys can at least, But in the era of classic romanticism, Europe was going through an era whereby there was now industrial revolution, more middle class could earn money without necessarily owning land, means you could do more. There was now an idea of how work should be, number of hours that people should work. I guess my point. So people start having more free time on their hand. With that free time, people start doing the idea of, what love is. You know what I'm saying? How people should fall in love. there was more time for all those things. So that's where the idea of all this normal marriage, Hollywood lifestyle, everybody plays into people's mind. And kind of think that's how things are. And we never really go into deep understanding of the weight of and the burden that it comes with. Now, we're hitting another one where people need to see that people are going to how workload and life, how do you balance it? Number one. Then when you're not looking at, okay, so some years back in Africa, for instance, a man could be permitted to marry more than one wife. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So therefore, when women now, see, this is the funny thing, that's why we don't do our research. When women now say, oh, there are a lot of women now unmarried before. Well, I forgot that women too would have been unmarried if those men didn't have more than one wife. Have you ever thought of that?
I don't know for you.
No, but let's go back to it. Almost all our grandfathers had more than one wife. Am I correct?
I don't know.
Well, that's the truth.
My own grandfather did not have
a lot of them. Maybe you are young, you're in the classic young ones now. A lot of them had more than one wife.
I have 6 elder ones.
So, So at the end of the day, right? We are in the we are almost like in second generation where most of us is one man, one wife. We are now beginning to see the vacuum it plays. You feel me? Then we're now in an era whereby parents have structured the ladies' mind, or people are working with women's mind, that without your education, without you finishing, therefore you can't settle down. Are you seeing the waiting period? So before, women didn't need to wait that long. At the age of 16, 17, 19, it's already plug and play. You can study later if you want to, but you already have your kids, you moved on. Now, women are forced to say, okay, I'm going to wait longer. Even when they finish with school again, like, don't worry, I need to have a career. That is entering 30 already now. Are you getting my point? So at the end of the day, it's getting 30. So before, at the age of 32, a woman already has a kid that is 12 years old. It was just normal. Or at least 8 years old or 7 years old. It was normal at the age of 32, a woman. But right now, women at the age of 35, I'm not even start seeing themselves even in marriage yet. They're still struggling to see which one is marriage, which one be marriage, which one be marriage. And because you know why now society,
Continue.
And there's a massive shift of responsibility from governments on like Western world. So think about it. In the 70s and 80s, right? Primary school, secondary school, even university, government took hold of those things. Healthcare, government took hold of those things. So the burden of paying school fees, the burden of paying secondary school fees, the burden of paying university school fees, the burden of getting a good medical center were off the individual's hand. So you could see your uncle with 2 wives and say, let's see healthcare center now. Hey, need card, so use my card. They'll get it, they'll get free health. Maybe they'll just sign one small thing. Yes. So they just pay one small thing like this, they'll get good, maybe Diaraba, or they get free. Children were going to primary schools, government primary schools, government secondary schools, KC, Queen's College, they were all big, good schools. You didn't pay anything. University, Unilag. I remember in my year 1, we were paying school fees, 35 naira. School fees.
What year was 35, that?
1995.
School fees in Unilag. You must be ignored. Yes. Me, I entered school in 2004. It's a lie.
I am 42.
No way.
How do you think I look? How do you think
I
look?
Like 30-something.
I am 42. Married 10 years.
Okay. First of all, your wife looks very matured. Not like old.
Maybe because of her size.
She had a composure.
Okay.
Do you understand? Not old. I repeat.
I know.
Old. Mm-hmm. She had a comportment. Composure is the word. She had a composure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you, I think you're just playful.
Yeah. So see, a lot of people think I'm 30-something. You're not the only one.
Why?
You see me, I'm people like.
Is it because you drink honey every morning?
40. Yeah, what was that my secret? Better start it, So, and I tell people that, it's me engineering myself.
Are you the first child?
I'm the first child.
I have how many younger ones?
I have three other younger ones.
3 younger ones. All guys. One guy, 2 girls.
2 guys and 1 girl. 2 guys and 1 girl.
2 guys and 1 girl.
I'm the first grandchild, so in my mom's lineage. As in, my mom is the first daughter. She has 5 other siblings. So I was the first grandchild for my grandmom.
Oh, as in so like you're the oldest cousin. You are the mom.
So one of my uncles, I told you, I think I was mentioning, maybe I was saying that there's a burial I'm going for in December. So I am officially the oldest person. So I'm Egmont. So when everybody sees me, like, is that the oldest guy in the house? It looks like the youngest to everybody. They're like, I am, But you see here, yeah. So, but because it's a choice. Let me tell you, it's a choice. If I show you my picture maybe 5 years ago, I'll probably look older than I am right now. No, but it's a choice. I'm like, it depends on what you eat, you exercise, the kind of haircut you cut, everything. Like just a little, it's not big adjustments, just one small adjustment. People are like, are you sure you're the same person? Yes. Just tiny adjustments from the clothes you wear. Maybe just make it a bit more fitted. So for you to be fitted, then do a bit more exercise.
And
so you look more elongated.
It's just about doing what you love to do and being happy.
Absolutely. Now you're feeling me. Now you're feeling that space, which is where I'm trying to make people understand that, look, this idea of this romanticism, we should calm down. Everybody should calm down.
I saw something. I saw something in the Bible at one time. Sorry. I saw something in the Bible at one time, and I realized that the things that can make us happy in this life, do you understand? From just a little story in the Bible, and I don't know if I turned it into a prayer or something, but I am seriously eyeing that story. And it's the story of Moses' mother. I feel like I can preach a message out of it or write a book out of it. So the woman staked her life and the life of her child and put the child out. Let anything that's going to happen to the child happen to the child. It was as if she had foresight. Even though she didn't have anything, we would have been told, but she didn't have anything. And then a princess finds this baby, and by some orchestration, just a woman's logic, just being smart, not okay, I'll put this baby here, you, his sister, stay and watch until something happens. Because maybe that's where faith and belief also comes in, determination, and knowing that this matter must end well. You understand? I'm putting my child on the river, but it will come back to me. That's why the Bible says, cast your bread upon many waters and watch it return to you, because it expects that the bread will go into the water. It's going to absorb, become bigger, and float right back to you. So the princess finds the baby, and then still finds the baby's sister and says, go and get me a nurse. And then they go to bring the baby's mother and now pay her to take care of her own child. That's the point. She must have been the happiest person on earth at that point, because how can you be taking care of your own child for a fee? Do you understand? So imagine doing what you love to do. Imagine doing what you love to do, what makes you happy, and then you're getting money for it. That's the zone
that's exactly what
I have to get to. Because there's no way you won't live long. Absolutely. There's no way you won't look younger.
Fantastic. But then there's another part that, you see, this is where I like to see in that story, right? That is how the story goes. I like to see it differently. I like to see it from the point of, what if the mother, because most of them are Hebrew women, they are the one doing any work for those Egyptian women. They know that those Egyptian women have access to fresh water. They know the time they go to that stream.
So strategic positioning.
Now you're thinking. They know, so she knows that if I put this child here at this time, what if she had done a lot of tests with wood and tested that wood, how long it takes the wood to get to that center point. That at most time that wood, she has been doing any work on that house. That knows that at 4 o'clock, or let's say maybe she puts the wood by 6 o'clock. When those women come out to base around 9 o'clock, usually that wood will be floating there around 9.
4 o'clock.
They will see the wood.
And she saw where they put it. She saw the wood on the other side.
Thank you. But she now knows that what if it's a basket? It's curious to them. Baby can't be silent for that long. The baby could have been crying. And they were like, what's that thing crying? And they'll go to it. Because it's packaging. A baby, there'll be more. Because it's a baby, packaging. Remember, she put it in a straw basket. She didn't say she just dumped it. So it was well packaged to attract the customer. The customer bought the product. You feel me? She also knows that this customer is not aware on how to manage this product. So she's trying to find someone who best knows how to manage this product for me. Therefore, that's why she asked her sister to follow, strategically follow. So in case they say, is anybody know? Auntie, I know one person.
Information is available.
It was very to give the information.
Make sure with details, everything was complete. It's all in a package.
You are ready.
Available service.
But when your customer your sales girl is ready. Oh, man,
we are open for sale. We are open.
They are open. Madam.
We are taking orders.
You remember? You just say, Auntie, remember that woman that came to clean this place? That woman can clean well, oh. She'll clean this baby well. Go and call her. That time there's no DNA test. There's no something test. Just say, Madam, can you help me clean the baby? Madam, I don't price. Madam, I don't clean babies since 1946. If you not clean, I want babies in by now. Let's see the baby self. Oh, they're fine, gone. My mama worry. I'm buying clean baby.
I'm ready to come on, Martin. Just see that one. Come on, present about where I mean they like around year around.
When they like around, do you know? No, she used to help us clean. Oh, madam, I don't know. At the end of the day, what the Bible may just tell you is just half.
But the fact that just really stands out to me is the fact that I gotta be happy. I gotta find myself. I gotta do what makes me
fantastic.
Happy. And I gotta find a way to, solve people's problems and get value in return. I offer value. I also get monetary value in return. So she was doing what she was best, what she knew. She knew that from that. Imagine on some phone. Only while I was a princess, missing by she master class for Hebrew women how to take care of their children because I want to mama be. Can't just go one more told you. My name is master class. Where show my sponsor. Who have for my experiment here. Creativity woman is out of this world. Like she just broke
I like what you brought it. See, people always tend to see Moses, but they are forgotten. Remember, I said that your parents more or less predetermine your life. If that woman didn't do that, there was no Moses. If that woman did not provide Moses,
she was even trying to save him. She was even trying to save him from being killed because they were killing all of the male children. So in Kontoma push a young no. Something just has to push someone. You don't.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So right now, this year, the whole what's this thing? COVID-19 lockdown, all this thing.
What was my business with graphic design? What would have been my business with graphic design? You need to open those documents.
They are killing jobs. Those things are killing jobs
and creating other jobs.
Like I've seen them. So you can see COVID-19 and lockdown, everything is killing jobs, killing motivation. The same thing, kill the first child, killed so, but someone said, did our own calculation and took risk. Don't forget, there's still a risk factor. The factor of I still have to let go of the most prized thing I have.
What if it doesn't come back?
Now that's why I'm talking. That is the real message. What if everything interrupt.
Today, I feel like you and I should just take this to Instagram and do live. I should use it for my comeback.
So note it down. What you want to say now?
Design a story around this thing.
We may not say it like this.
You bring out business strategies.
Note it down.
You need to bring out business strategies, just from this little story.
And then we can just write it down. What if it doesn't come back?
What if it doesn't come back? We can do it 2 parts.
So did you go to your recording this message? You go to your recording this, right? You go to your recording this. So you can always use that to readjust the message. And from there, we can now do it. I don't have a problem with that. But that's the whole idea. You see, people need to see things differently. That's why I always say think different. See things. When you give me a message, I want to say, what's the message before this message says? Because it used to just look at this and say it's ready. This is a ready finished product. But before it was finished, where was it? That's a message on its own.
We can disrupt that niche. And we want to dominate the public speaking.
Exactly. And a lot of times, if you notice what they are giving people is already a